Harimai, welcome to the capital city for some Sunday afternoon hoops. Round 14 of the South NBL. It's rolling on towards the business end, and it's a big one this afternoon between the Wellington Saints and the Canterbury Rams. We start, as we always do, with the Rapid League. And some big names in the building. Nonu sitting on, getting ready to watch. Hugh Baden here alongside Casey Frank. Casey, how are you?
Doing very well, Hugh. Nice to see you today. There's Ma. Gonna check out Mercury in a wee bit. Good seats for a legend as expected, and it's gonna be a good Rapid League game they get to watch today. This Ram squad has been playing with a ton of energy every game out. Haven't gotten all the results they wanted, but they'll be surely a good test for a Saints team that's eyeing the top of the table.
Round 14, and here are the results so far, and it's been going the way of the home team in every single instance. The Rams over the Airs, the Bulls over the Nuggets, the Phi over the Saints up in Tauranga on Friday, and the Jets just over the Hawks in Palmy Dice yesterday. And last night, the Sharks over the Giants. And still to come in round 14 after this afternoon's game. Tuatara take on the Nuggets. The Jets meet the Giants on Wednesday.
Monday basketball this week.
Yeah, school holidays.
School holidays, hoops, baby. The hits on coming. Taking a look at the ladder, the Tuatara still well clear of everyone. The Phi hot on their tail. The Saints not far behind, and a win today will get them up closer to second place depending on how they win. Back on the second side of the page, we take a look at that Ram squad trying to inch up onto the other side, but with a bit of room between themselves. The Jets, Sharks, and the Airs chasing.
There are the Rams, Dallo, Newton, Sula, Kate, Worthington. Some players back in action after time away with the under-17 national team, Casey.
And Miller Newton has been fantastic since he's gotten his opportunity. Essentially the leading scorer in the Rapid League has come on and been dominant. Look for him to try and get his form going once again today.
Munier, Yuli, Magalogo, Robertson, and Gold for the Saints.
Sam Munier has missed a bit of time, but it's been Braden Yuli's inclusion in this lineup that's given the perimeter group a bit of size and athleticism. Look if they can't take advantage of his activity again.
So the Saints in the yellow and black. And the Rams will be in the white as we look at the Chemist Warehouse head-to-head.
Taking a look at those scoring numbers. The Saints, the 6th best scoring team in the competition. The Rams, the 8th best scoring team. But they're both pretty efficient with the basketball. The Saints 4th in field goal percentage. When you shoot the ball like that from inside, it's going to be tough to stop. But that rebounding is going to be an issue for the Rams. They're going to have to find a way to make some inroads on the offensive glass and keep the Rams from dominating the boards.
You mentioned Miller Newton averaging over 11 points a game in Rapid League, as we see Sharon Martin, who crew chief this Rapid League game, alongside Sam Pound and Amy Jo Clark. And there's big Tony Worthington with that little Rams Jazz / Phoenix Suns sort of nod jersey, which I enjoy, and the more traditional Wellington, yellow and black, and we're underway. Munier fires it over to Yuli. Nice action to start it, and the first bucket goes the way of the Wellington Saints.
Yeah, really nice moving without the basketball there, making yourself available on that cut. So key for Robertson to move down there to get that. Otherwise, it would have been leaving his teammate with nowhere to go.
It was just 5 points in Rapid League in 2026 to Robertson. Here come the Rams the other way, looking to fire back themselves. Marco Sula hands it over to Gus Dallo. Dallo, never shy to shoot, steps into a long three and gets it to go.
His eye has been locked in, shooting a fantastic percentage in the South NBL as well. And there you see, just give him a bit of space, go under that screen, and he's thinking nothing but pull it up. Despite the depth of the attempt, nothing but net.
We've seen a slightly different strategy this year to previous years, Casey, with the Rams, who seem to put a lot of energy, a lot of time, and have a lot of success in chasing Rapid League success in recent years, in the short history we've had Rapid League.
They've got to foul away from the ball. But yeah, the Rams, I think, just had this unit disrupted quite a bit, not only from junior nationals, from national team programs, from injuries as well. Injuries in the NBL has meant quite a few of their players have been called up, and the last couple of years, I mean, the Rams had multiple tall blacks on their Rapid League team. This year, it is truly a youth movement, a lot of teenage talent out there.
Right. Add to their early scores. That's the Rams going up with a 5-2 lead. Foul the other end.
Yeah, really nice on-ball action for the Rams at the other end as Robertson, Tony Worthington gets that catch and down low, puts it up off the glass with a little kiss. Here we take a look at the Saints pushing the pace in transition, and they do love to play at a higher tempo. Rams need to find that ball and stop it early to take away shots like this at the rim. 2 from the Chemist Warehouse. Hits the first.
See at the bottom, the Rams taking on the Tua Tartanek. So 2 pretty big games in the context of the South NBL. So we're in the business. Well, we're in the business in Casey. We're on the final stretch yet, would you say? We're on the home stretch?
Yeah, definitely on the home stretch. The last couple of rounds, the last 3 weeks, as we see a foul at the rim, and lineups are truly settled. Not a lot of mystery out there other than who's going to be available because of injury. Nice take. Just not quite in position. Jumps straight up, but not straight in front of the offensive player when he came in. So Robertson gets called for basically being outside of his cylinder. Rams happy to take that opportunity at the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Sula makes his first.
Just a 1 sub for the Rams on the road today with a late scratch of Taylor Britt in the NBL. That means they lose one of their Rapid League players to the starting lineup. And you see Todd Withers, Rene Rougeau getting ready to play their 2nd game of the round. Good kick ahead by Yuli.
And there's Gold trailing nicely and finishing.
Well, Saints really moving well without the basketball in the half court, staying dynamic with their cuts, putting pressure on this weak side of the Rams defense.
Jallo. It's Ihaka Kate, the ones who was away with the under-17s. Looking to go all the way up with the left and kisses it off the glass nicely.
Really nice screen there by Worthington. He recognizes that the Saints were in a switching defense, so he screens his own man, almost Gortat-like, to take him out of the play at the bottom, allowing Newton to have that ability to finish at the rim. Oh, sorry, Ihaka Kate to finish at the rim.
Foul called. Yuli the culprit.
Take a quick trip to the bench.
Fans, TSB just starting to file in.
Oh, Mercury running with a beautiful pass. Drops to the Sam Gold. Not a lot of daylight to get that one through, but he finds the crack and pushes it.
Jallo drops it back. 3-ball. Doesn't go. Gold scampers along for the rebound.
Rams haven't had enough impact on the offensive glass here in the first quarter. Need a few more opportunities there.
Nagarago curling and driving and finishing.
And just a good movement in the half court. Simple handoff action, but because they never lose pace, they get to the rim.
Wellington losing control, but regathering. Newton drops it off to him. There's Kate in the corner in front of his own bench. Nothing but the outstretched hands of Sam Gold that time.
Yeah, well defended there, not giving up the shot, instead challenging it out on the perimeter. Robinson can't get that left to drop, despite the nice move to get the deep post position.
Hello, almost losing possession, and in fact, losing possession.
Mercury Nanu doing a fantastic job getting up and pressuring. Avoiding, just gets a hand to it, and oh, nice call. Does look like it goes right off the fingers of Gustalu there. Tough to see from that angle, but well done by Sam Pan and the Barticard officiating crew.
Free ball up off the back iron, but there's Gold with the offensive board. Goes up and puts it back in.
Well, the offensive glass, there haven't been a ton of opportunities out there, but it's been impactful when you get it. I think both teams need to try and just make their presence felt on the boards moving forward.
3rd rebound and 6th point for Sam Gold.
Moving it. Really favorite for MVP. Dowell just about loses the handle.
3 on the shot clock. to Wellington. Tough finish, but
Munier with the backwards D.
yeah.
Sometimes you get called for that just because you're making the contact, but he gets away with it this time.
This one going the other way. Munier. Oh, what a finish that is as time expires in the first quarter.
The Saints do so well of closing that corner, just taking over defensively down the stretch, and then a beautiful move by Munier. The rolling left hand, sweeping views of the vista as he kisses it off the glass. Shake and bake for the bucket. A 6-point lead for the Saints as they take control early in this rapid league contest. Taking a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats. Impressive by the Saints, 4 assists on 6 buckets. You'll love the way that they're distributing the basketball. Dominating the glass so far, 5 rebounds compared to just 2 for the Rams. Overall, the Rams just really not being able to penetrate the defense of the Saints as often as they'd like to, and multiple scorers are taking advantage on the other end for this Saints squad. Sam Gold is the leader, 3 for 3 from the field, hasn't missed a shot yet. 6 points, 4 boards in 4 minutes. It's not bad stats.
Moving the ball nicely as well. 4-1 assist lead as Ben Sheet will it. Bit of improvement from his team. Speaking of improvement, you cannot improve on a large cut pepperoni pizza from our friends at Sal's. $35. Scan the online QR code or use the online code SalesCup26. That'll get you through round 14.
Love a Cups pepperoni. That extra bit of crispiness around the corners. Exactly what you're looking for on a reasonably chilly Sunday across the country.
Nothing chilly about Sam Gold, I should say, so far in this rapid league contest.
Ben too, but he's in Tasmania, so we won't talk about him.
He won't be cold. Sam Gold with a good defense there, but that offensive rebound is a strong one, and the putback too.
Thomas Reed, the late inclusion into the lineup because of the late injury knockdown. Means Thomas Reed gets in there, gets the finish, and taking advantage of his opportunity.
Taylor Brett out with concussion for the Canterbury Rams today. Jake Holmes promoted to the starting lineup for the NZNBL game. And Thomas Reed seeing some minutes in rapid league. That's the flow on effect. See a nice drive and finish along the baseline from Braden Yulee. Been around the league a little while now. There's Braden. There's Ihaki Kate.
Yeah, but Yulee's just come back from his collegiate experience.
Driving, meeting some resistance. And leaving the hook shot short.
Yeah, nice defense by the Saints. Connected, a lot of communication, and forcing difficult finishes at the end as Munier lets it fly from deep, can't find the net.
Rebounded by Sula.
A little loose at the handle, but does get it up to Kate in the post.
Draws a double team and earns a foul.
I think that one was away from the basketball. Nanu on Newton, a little too handsy on the cut, but you don't mind that if you're Coach Chris Tupu. You love that level of physicality defensively. There's that cut coming through, and that left arm taking Newton out of his lane, that obstruction. Blows the whistle. Beautiful spin move.
Everything but the finish. He'll go to the Chemist Warehouse stripe to shoot 2.
He's just got a nose for the cup. Understands how to put that ball in the hole. Has really been a fantastic scoring option for the Rams. 3rd overall in the Rapid League in scoring at 11 points per game in his 8 appearances. He's shooting ball from the Chemist Warehouse stripe pretty well at the same time. And of course, every shot from the Chemist Warehouse stripe counts towards the Hoops in Schools kitty this season. Putting Hoops in schools near you. Scan that QR code, find out if you can't get one in a school near you. All thanks to Basketball New Zealand and Chemist Warehouse.
Ooh, Gold under a bit of duress at half court.
Little 1-1-3 action in the zone here. Really extend this zone. You want to move the ball around the perimeter with speed to counter it.
Here's Yulee. Flies it over to Magalogo. Driving, taking the contact, and somehow finding Sam Gold with a pass, and Sam Gold somehow getting the finish off the glass.
Yeah, nice interior passing, but just a strong finish by Gold, really using his length to get that up and over the defender at the cup.
Sulap to Kate. Gets a beat on Nonu along the baseline and finishes.
Excellent use of the shot fake to create that space on the baseline, and then once he got the defender on his back, keeps him there for the strong finish, and the Rams stay within touch distance.
Gold hands it off to Yuli, who looks to thread it through to goal, but comes off the boot.
And spacing not quite right there for that middle drive. Munir's up high, allowing Newton to just sag in and get a hand right there, slaps at it, makes it a difficult angle, and restricts the timing of the Saints on that one. Now they've got 9 seconds to try and get a shot off.
Into Sam Gold it goes, drops it off. They get it off just in time, and they get it to go as well.
Ronald Robertson, another cut out of the corner. He knows his job. It's to be on that rim. Has availed himself really well a couple of times. It looks like a turnover there. Hits the bottom of the backboard. Gus Dallow just jumps up in the air without any options. Ends up being a turnover.
3-point lead. Just under 90 seconds to go in the first half of this rapid league contest.
Still extending out with this 1-1-3 zone. Rams worried about those perimeter shots.
Here's Robertson. 3 ball up, 3 ball down from Magalogo.
And just finding some room. 7 points for him now. Really lifting the scoring here in the second quarter as the Saints finding a bit of freedom on the perimeter despite that zone of the Rams.
Miller Newton drops it off and get tied up, and jump ball is the call. And FIFA arrow gives it the way of the Wellington Saints.
Not a bad decision by Newton, but he never makes never freezes that or sees that weak side defender out of the corner. Magalago runs in there and puts himself in perfect defensive position to force the turnover and give the Saints a chance to extend this lead to 10 points or more.
45 seconds to go. Gold. Dallow thought he'd swatted that one away fairly, but he hadn't.
A little handsy initially. Grabbed me for a cut down. Now 40 seconds left here in the corner. The Saints will have that shot clock reset to 14. I mean, they should get the ball back if they play with a little bit of speed here. Yeah, just getting that shot clock up to 14. We're there now, and live we go.
Gold, who's been at pretty much the center of everything so far for the Saints, hands it off to Munier. Gets it poked away, but illegally again.
Well, nice split by Hassan Munier there. As the defender comes up, Newton goes a little far, and he just cuts in there. You see that arm, that's why the foul is blown, but not yet in the bonus are the Rams, so the Saints get the ball on the sideline again with another 14 on the shot clock.
Munier again, Dallow on him, 5 on the shot clock. Then it goes to Gold. Can't get the finish to go. Fighting for the rebound. It's Miller Newton who comes down with it for the Rams.
Both teams have their player timeout remaining, but doesn't look like the Rams are going to use it.
10 seconds to go on the game clock in this second quarter. Reed fires it over. Miller Newton step back 3, in and out. So an 8-point lead for the Saints at halftime in the Rapid League. 23-15 they lead off the back of 8 points and 4 rebounds for Sam Gold.
Well, the Rams started to find a little bit more activity in that second quarter, but still could not impact the scoring prowess and efficiency of this Saints team, who's shooting 66% from the field despite just shooting 1 out of 4 from deep. It's because inside the arc they have been tremendous, getting everybody involved, moving without the basketball, and solid on the glass. Taking a look at the halftime highlights, it started with the Robertson cut out of the corner, and that would be the last time we saw it. Response from Dallow from deep as the Rams hit on their only 3-pointer of the half on their first possession. Going back the other way where the Saints found a lot of openings in transition when they're using their defense to create offense. It was a bit harder for the Rams in the half court, but found some success out of the all ball multiple times. There's how we closed the first quarter with a Mounier runner. That wasn't the last time we saw penetration from the Saints team, who continually penetrated that Rams defense off the bounce and off the pass. Taking a look at the Chemist Warehouse halftime stats, you see the shooting from inside the arc, and it is phenomenal for the Saints, over 80%. Not bad from the Rams, but a few more turnovers, 3 to be exact, has enabled the Saints to get a few more shots. And with that efficiency, that's the difference in the score sheet. 8-point lead, 7 assists on 10 buckets. You love to see that kind of unselfishness with the basketball.
Chris Tupu, Aaron Young, we're very happy with what they're seeing on this young Saints unit.
Chris Tupu coaching a team that's passing that much, that's crazy. He's a shooter, man. He's telling all he ever told everybody was to shoot. Jokes, Tupes, jokes, Tupes.
Shooters need someone to pass to them.
They do need passers. They do need passers. They understand what a good pass is because it hits them in the hands. Of course, we got the Rams and the Saints coming up after this, a rematch of a round 2 contest where the Saints got thoroughly trucked by the Rams down in Christchurch at Parakiori. The Saints desperate for a win to stay in the hunt for that top 2. The Rams as well.
Oh yeah, a lot riding on the game coming your way from 3 o'clock. With the added wrinkle of no Taylor Britt for the Canterbury Rams. There's Worthington's foul, shooting a 3, and he drains it. New Zealand's oldest Tony to the line for one more.
Mercury Nanu challenges late, and unfortunately doesn't give any landing spots for Worthington. So he hits the hoop, takes the harm, and off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe for a 4-point play opportunity. That's exactly what they needed.
Averaging 3.3 points, so he's about to beat his average in one
shot.
play.
Bang.
He does just that, converts the 4-point play.
Almost looked like he didn't even really want the shot either. Saints doing a really nice job with that switching defense, taking away the interior attack, but leaving some gaps out there on the perimeter as just evidenced.
Another Robertson driving, a lot of contact, no whistle though, and the Saints look to go the other way. Marco Sula fires it forward. Millen Newton 3-ball, rattles around and drops in.
Just like that, we got a 1-point ball game. Back-to-back triples.
For you.
It is rapid. Beautiful transition opportunity. The first, really, of the Rams' day, and fantastic spacing by Newton to create that opportunity on the wing.
Yeah, 2 3-pointers between both teams in the first half. And the Rams have come out in this third quarter and hit 2 of their own already. The Saints looking to fire back with 1. They can't. Worthington comes down with the board.
Best defense the Rams have played. No penetration on that half-court possession. Really kept them outside the entirety of the time. Foul on Nanu early on the dribble.
Ben Sheetman had the word at halftime, as you see the play there.
There is that
from
foul.
Sula.
He's shooting on that one. Whoa. Didn't think he quite got that one up. Thought it was a bit earlier, but he's more than happy to head off to the Chemist Warehouse strike. Is Marco Sula, despite that look at the rim. Cowbell hits that one perfectly. That's the purest shot on the free throw. When you can get that perfect cowbell, that ka-tong. Not like the cowbells you hear at Franklin. That's a different variety.
Second one, not quite as clean, but it counts all the same.
Just like that, the Rams, 9 straight points to take the lead.
24-23 in this third quarter. Ball right out in front, off the front iron. Dallo comes down with the rebound.
Suddenly the Saints can get no penetration of this defense, and the Rams are the one finding a little bit of freedom in transition as they're pushing the ball.
Dallo, Worthington inside to Reed. Nice pass, nice seal, nice finish.
And great recognition by the Rams that you had the switch, you had the mismatch. The switching defense had caused real problems for the Rams in the first half, but I like how they're countering now with some more post action when they've got the bigger, more physical advantage.
And again, a stop for the Rams. Just locking down that key, KC.
Yeah, they've packed it in really nicely, and we've completely lost that weak side cut action that was so valuable for the Saints in the first half because of how far out that they're being forced to initiate that offense.
Ben Sheet with a nice adjustment at halftime for the Canterbury Rams. Here's Newton crossing over, driving, copping the harm, and I'll go to the line for one more.
Well, this is a brand new Canterbury Rams team out here in the second half. 13 points already. They had 15 at the half. And they have caught fire. A 13-0 run. Whoa, like, did they switch the bodies out? Here comes the Monstars joke. Because this is just a completely different level of efficiency and aggression from them here in the second half.
Wellington fighting hard for that board with Sam Gold. Gold wins that little mini battle. The Saints go the other way. Sula charged with the foul.
And the broken play leads to a transition opportunity for the Saints. Fortunate for them because they haven't had much luck in the half court here in the second half, but 3-on-3 in transition. Arana Robertson gets a chance to get up and put some pressure on the rim, but he cannot get the friendly bounce from the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
Never made free throw this year. Goes towards the Hoops and Schools program. It's the Chemist Warehouse. Find out more, scan the QR code on your screen.
One region left this year. I think it's coming up later this month. Well, you're gonna have to scan the code to find out.
You're gonna tell us? I was gonna say.
Got to scan the code to find out. Find out if you're in that region.
Nice tease from you there, Case.
I learned from the best, you. I learned from the best.
Just Dallo under a bit of pressure in his own half, and he gets through and then finds a nice pass to Thomas Reed, who finishes.
Yeah, the penetrating passes here in the second half, just a completely different look offensively. Have been much more unselfish with the basketball, but another running lefty from Mounier. That's his second of the ball game. Down that left side, he loves the action, brings the Saints just a wee bit closer, but the Rams still in control.
Newton catch and shoot. Sula doesn't drop. Robertson with the board. Gets right past Worthington up with the left. And he'll earn a trip to the stripe to shoot two.
Robertson back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. He's just 1 for 2 there today, but I've really liked what I've seen from him these last couple of transition opportunities, putting some pressure on the rim and pressure on the Rams to get in front early. They haven't done it. So Robertson's trying to add to his 5-point total. Hits the first from the Chemist Warehouse stripe. And he's shown good energy all afternoon long. Needs this one to make it a 2-point ball game.
Gets it under a minute to go in this third quarter. 30-28 to the visiting Rams. They've scored 15 points in this third quarter alone. To the Saints 5. Foul there from Gold on Newton.
Oh, nice use. A couple of fakes and then comes to the good 2-foot stop in the paint right here. Freezes the defense. A little slow drive. Gold has no choice but to foul him because he got deked out of it. So Newton off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, a little short of his season average, but still a chance to move up to 8 if he makes this next one.
A little short on his first free throw.
Coincidental? I think not. Sounds like a commentator's curse. I said a little short. Should I say a little long, see if it happens again? Well, no context, though, so maybe it doesn't work that way.
Nailed it.
Rams taking a page out of the Saints book, putting this pressure up the court, and there's Mounier just deciding to attack again.
Couple of nice finishes with his left, goes for another one. That one doesn't go great. Hustle, though, from Rana Robertson.
Again, the energy. He started the game with a backdoor cut, moving without, and this time he recognized the shots going up, and he's the first one getting forward momentum for the Saints there. All the Rams still watching the basketball. He's attacking the glass. That puts him in great stead to grab that ball. He gets it off the rim, and another trip to the Chemist Warehouse, where he's just basically paying rent right now. And there are 3 possessions in a row. Equal leading scorer in the game now with 8. Make it 9, he's all by himself.
He makes it a 1-point game, 30 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Saints have responded well from this Rams push, but they need a couple of stops to take control again.
Wellington, smart finish, Tony Worthington.
He just recognized his size advantage when he got into the paint. Robertson didn't have the length to contain that little 4-footer.
Robertson again, dancing, weaving, finishing, and closing the third quarter on a positive note for the Saints, who did give up 18 points. Came away with 9 on their own after a fast finish to that particular quarter.
Arana Robertson, I think that's 7 of the last 9 points come from his hand to keep the Saints in this ball game. He's taken over, really getting aggressive on the cuts. The only other make was a Hassan Munir runner. Rams came out extremely aggressive and found their shooting form. But there was enough in the Saints attack to keep them connected and set up what's going to be a barn burner of a fourth quarter now that both these teams have found their offensive form.
Sam Gold had 8 points at the half. There he is, and he has 8 points now. So whatever adjustment the Rams made, it worked.
Yeah, it's well, he stopped getting the basketball in that first half. Sam had as many opportunities. You have pepperonis on that pie in front of you. But in the second half, those all shut down. Wasn't getting the screen and roll action and didn't have that high post pass to be the connector to those low post opportunities.
Fourth quarter underway. Here's Yuli, Sula on him. And give and go with Gold and Yuli. Oh, delicately finished there.
No, I love him when he puts his body into the paint. He's such a strong physical player. He can really overpower guards the same size or shorter than him.
Out of bounds it goes, but last touch by Sam Gold, says referee Sam Pan.
Sam, the Sam crime there. I mean, just a good call. Sam Gold been very active on the ball, really disruptive to all these ball handlers for the Rams. And remember at halftime, the Saints were shooting over 80% from inside the arc. That's dropped down to under 60.
We've got a bit of blood there on Marco Sula, who Sam Pan says needs to be subbed.
Always unfortunate for a team that normally has red uniforms to have white ones. Nothing wrong with bleeding when you got a red uni. You just wipe it in there. Everything's fine. But these are a little bright on the white, unless you can find the right spot on the equalizer.
Speaking about Sam on Sam crime, this recent Tall Blacks window, how about the 3 big Sams the Tall Blacks are rolling with at the moment?
Sam's galore. Which Sam is your favorite? There's a few. Wardenberg, Meninga, Timmons, all playing fantastically for that Tall Black squad. So went 2-0 in the most recent window.
3 ball from Munier, doesn't go. Robertson again causing a nuisance and forcing the rebound. As we get shot clock corrected.
Looked like it was in the, just going to take a second or two off that possibly. Not sure. Looked like it was at 14, but either way. Oh, dropped down to 6, so they're saying it didn't hit never hit the rim. So just 6 seconds on the shot clock for the Saints here.
Eagle eye of Sharon Martin.
So just 6 seconds left to get this shot up. Not 0.6, a little bit longer than that. Or is it 0.6? Either way, going the other way.
Dallo spinning, keeping his foot, almost losing possession, has to reset. Does so through Thomas Reed. And go again will Gus Dallo. There's Ihaka Kate firing it over. 2 on the shot clock. Worthington has to fire, contested from the elbow. Almost gets the bank to open for him on a Sunday afternoon, but it doesn't. And the Saints go the other way.
Much better defense for the Saints, probably their best possession of the second half.
Munier. Wow.
Somebody check the scouting report. He likes to go left. Another lefty layup right to the cup. And a clever finish with the kiss off the glass.
Wellington behind the back. Great footwork, great use of the body, and the finish too from Tony Worthington.
I love it when the big guy out there recognizes he's the big guy out there. Gets to the block, just go up and over. The seesaw battle continues as the Rams retake the lead.
2 minutes to go. Munier under duress, puts it up. Gold almost coming down with a rebound. Gus Dallow a slap on the back of the head.
Opportunity here.
Newton drive and he blows the finish, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Powerful push there by Millen Newton. Noticed early that he had the chance to get in the lane. A little change of direction there. Bit of contact. Gets him off Magalagu with the foul. Now Millen Newton, chance to put a wee bit of daylight between himself and the hosts.
Up to 11 points now, Millen Newton.
Right there, just below his season average. Can add to it. Leading scorer in the Rapid League by average. Donnie Samuel at 14, but he's only had the 3 appearances. And Nico Hill, 11. Newton sitting third, but I think with his appearances, he might be first.
Up to 12 now after making them both. And a 3-point lead for the Rams, minute 45 in this 4th quarter. Yulee. Gold finds a bit of daylight on the wing. Off the back line, though. Rebounded by Yulee. Magalogo contested 3. Worthington goes and gets that rebound.
Not bad shots, but not wide open looks either. Nice defense from the Rams, making it more difficult to finish.
Oh, Dallow got away from his defender, got 2 feet in the paint, and then threw the ball into row M.
He's been in the weight room. Look at that strength. Boom. Gets up and bang, fires it over. Looking for Victor Wembanyama in the corner. Of course, he was not there.
Hiram Harris caught the ball on the bench instead. Robertson sees a bit of space. Drives, finds Nonu, rousing a 3.
That's nice spacing, just perfectly set up, forcing that defender in the corner. You have to help in here, otherwise I have to lay up. And when he made that little decision, kick it on, and Nonu nails the triple.
Wellington again. A few Rams games this year. There he is again with the finish. Casey, and I haven't seen him get the ball in the perimeter this much, and he's really making the most of it.
He's being aggressive. It's nice to see, once again, the recognition. I've got the size advantage. I'm taking you down to the grindhouse.
Robertson's 3 bounces high off the iron. Dallow pulls in the board eventually.
Ooh, we're getting tight on time now. Saints need to get a stop without fouling, and they do it.
The kick ahead pass is a good one from Robertson. Dallow with the foul, the smart foul. And Robertson will go to the line to shoot 2.
Robertson, 5 out of 6 from the Chemist Warehouse stripe so far. Beautiful pass ahead by Hassan Munier. That transition from offense, or from defense to offense, has been so key to the Saints' offensive chances today. Hits the first, ice water.
A chance to tie it up with the second, with 26.4 seconds to go in this one.
There's going to be not much difference between the shot clock and the game clock, but Saints will get a second opportunity if they can get a stop.
41 apiece. Possession with the Canterbury Rams.
Wonder if the Rams might call a player timeout once the shot clock gets a little bit lower. We'll see. Or if they just want to work this possession all the way down and take what could be the close to last shot.
Newton. Sula back to Dallow. 10 seconds on the game clock. 4 as Dallow rises from mid-range, drains it. Hits the deck pretty hard.
Yeah, just got undercut there. He's okay.
I don't think we had a whistle for the foul, though.
No foul. Yeah, he just kind of got clipped there from behind.
Magalogo.
Could have been a foul, but he's not going to the line.
Hit Gus Dallow in the air. Gus Dallow's asking the question we all are. Is that not a foul? No foul?
I think from the officials' point of view, could have been either team, but the Saints most certainly will take their player timeout here.
The first look, it looks like Magalogo has taken Dallow in the air, and he has, but he could have been pushed by his Rams player as well. That's the bit we don't often see.
two players together there. Looks like either one.
They're not taking the
Saints
time
not
out.
taking a timeout. What? That was a strange decision there by Hassan Munier.
Aaron Young on the bench, just head in hands.
Well, why would you? Yeah, well, because you just lose 2 seconds there. Unfortunately, Hassan Munier forgetting what's on. But you didn't forget that you get a chance for the BNZ player timeout here. Ticket to the big game. The time is running out, so scan that QR code for a chance for you to get sidelined at this season's Sal's NBL games. Only about 3 weeks left, so act quickly. Maybe you can get some future superstars to see the current superstars of the Sal's NBL, all thanks to BNZ, supporting future Kiwi ballers all over Aotearoa.
2.4 seconds, Wellington Saints ball, down by 2. Robertson, he's done so much in this game. Raging the three-pointer, and he wins it on the buzzer. Arana Robertson.
He is nonplussed, barely excited, nothing but net. What a shot. Arana Robertson, 16 points, none bigger than that final triple of the ball game with no time on the clock, snatching victory out of the jaws of defeat.
Falling away to his left.
Never looked like missing. 2 defenders draped all over him. Hassan Munier goes with a head grab. Can't believe it went in.
Someone here says you didn't need those extra 2 seconds.
Perfect call by Munier. And a perfect finish to this game for the Saints as they stay within touch distance at the top of the table. Still have those Rapid League Championship thoughts, but next up, it's going to be the Saints and the Rams from TSB Bank Arena. 2 teams chasing the top 2. Who's going to come out on top?
net. Thanks, family. Welcome back to TSB Arena as we continue our 2026 campaign. Let's finish the weekend the right way by getting loud and welcoming our team back to the basketball. They are reigning, defending, never seen 13-time NZNBL champion, Al Mills.
time you meet her, she come through. Turn on the light. I'm looking for
Rams, Saints. When you think that, you think NBL. With the final six around the corner, these squads have only one thing on their mind: winning.
Welcome in Sunday afternoon hoops from the capital city. The Saints taking on the Rams, and boy, is there a lot on the line this afternoon. We got superstars, we got banners, we got ladder implications. Round 14 of the NZNBL from TSB Bank Arena in the capital city. The Saints taking on the Rams. Kia ora, a very good afternoon to you. Hugh Baden here alongside Casey Frank, a former Wellington Saint himself. And well, that sums it all up. Battle for third place in the top six, but more than that, Casey.
Yeah, more than that, indeed. The Saints get a win today. They lock down top spot or top four spot. If the Rams can get this victory, they put a little bit of space in between them and give themselves a real chance at catching either Southland or the Auckland Tuatara in the top two. This is all about ladder positioning for the creme de la creme in the NZNBL this year.
And the Rams are going to have to do it against a Saints team that has not lost at home, and they're going to have to do it without their talismanic captain, Taylor Brett. But more on that soon. Here is what's happened so far in round 14. A tighter than expected win for the Rams over the Airs in Otatahi to start it all off on Thursday. And then they'll have to do it now, and probably the hardest place to play in the league.
That's true. There's not a lot of gyms that get up for you better than last night. Of course, the Sharks got up over the Giants. We got the Saints and Rams next. We got the Tuatara Nuggets later today. And then Monday night hoops tomorrow, the Jets and the Giants from Fly Palmy Arena, the hangar.
And you're going to see on the ladder that it's all to play for, even for the Giants, who will have a couple of games against the Jets and the Airs this week. But the Tuatara and the Sharks leading the way, Rams and Saints. We're going to see this afternoon hot on the fins of the Sharks.
Nuggets got a chance to separate themselves from the Chasers, the 6-win Phi, the 6-win Jets, the 6-win Airs. Then the Giants and the Bulls on 5 wins apiece. All those teams squarely in the chase for 6. Even the Hawks, mathematically, I think still alive because that number until somebody wins a 7th game and knocks them out of it, so it's a distinct possibility tomorrow. But as of now, Hawks still breathing. Speaking of still breathing, how about this Ram squad?
Breathing fire in recent weeks. They have, even though they've had probably more than anyone, a lot of roster disruption with players going away to under 17s, playing for the Tall Blacks. Walt Brown there, the Greek god, he's had to take on a lot of the ball handling duties, as well as adding to everything else. He fills the stat sheet up on a regular basis for his hometown team. But they've navigated it all, and as you can see, won 4 out of the last 5, Case.
Yeah, they've really done a great job of just stepping up. Next man up mentality is so important. And you see that 4 out of their last 5 they've won. They've clinched a top 4 spot. And they're just on the outside looking in of that top 2 and the home semifinal qualification that goes with it. The top 2, of course, go straight through to the semis. 6 through 2 or 6 through 3 are playing off to see if they can meet them.
Here is the starting 5, excuse me, for the Canterbury Rams. Brown and Cho, so no Taylor Brett as mentioned, out with concussion, Taylor Brett, so Brown and Cho are going to have to take a lot of the ball handling duty. Jake Holmes promoted into the starting lineup. Todd Withers, the captain, and the Twizel kid, Jack Andrew.
And this is a lineup with a lot of size and length. They can switch everywhere, they can shoot everywhere. And it's a great team to attack the glass. The Saints are going to have to be on high alert on the Windex.
Well, the Wellington Saints, more than any team in our league, know what it takes down the pointy end of the season. Big win over the FI. We've got the Rams today, of course, and then another game against the FI, the bottom of the ladder Hawks, and then what could be...
Look at that round 16!
A real finals preview game against the Sharks down at the Shark Tank in Invercargill in round 16.
And a good chance that has some serious postseason implications as well. The Rams most likely, or the Sharks most likely chasing the top spot at that point. But a win today adds to that 4-game winning streak, but most importantly, locks in a top 4 spot. That means they will have a home final, and that means they can have a little bit of breathing room. But more than that, that win gets them one step closer to the top 2 because they still have dreams of hosting a home semi and possibly home court all the way through the finals to defend their championship. And that man on the bench, Hiram Harris, with Isaiah Liafa unavailable today.
Davison, Pepper, Ingram, Alir, and Hiram Harris for the Wellington Saints and for Aaron Young's men.
I mentioned the size of the Rams. This is another big team, a lot of size, a lot of ball handling, and the best scorer in the competition, and Elijah Pepper. He is a flame. Multiple 40-point games this season, and he's going to be one to watch for this Ram squad. There he is, Elijah Pepper, just a shade under 30 points per game on the season. Taking a look at the head-to-head, there you see the wins and the losses pretty tight there. And looking at the shooting percentages, the Saints, the most efficient team in the competition. The Rams, the 3rd most efficient team. The Saints, the highest scoring team in the league. The rebounding is important. The 1st and 2nd teams when it comes to rebound margin. Passing the ball great, 1st and 3rd in assists. These two teams know how to pass the ball. They know how to create possessions off the boards. And it's going to be a real game of strength versus strength.
No Brett for the Rams, no Liafa for the Saints. Who are we keeping our eye on this one? How about we go to our sideline man, Nick Bewley.
G'day Hugh, Casey, key players to watch here this afternoon. No surprises really. Wellington Saints, our key player to watch is none other than Elijah Pepper. Is this guy going to be our league MVP in a couple of weeks? We'll find out then. But 29 points a game, he leads the league in scoring. He is a 3-level scorer. He can get to the rim, he can kill you in the mid-range, and 37% from downtown. He is deadly from deep. For the Canterbury Rams, as you mentioned, no Taylor Britt for a 4th consecutive game. So Walter Brown, the Canterbury Rams, key player to watch. He really has stepped up in terms of his facilitation in the last 3 games with averages of 21 points, 6 rebounds and 6 assists, and a great matchup for him too today. Walter Brown, Carlin Davison, can't wait.
Thanks, Nick. There's Walter Brown.
And having a career year, you mentioned the numbers. He's taken such a step up, went and tested out the NIL collegiate system last year at UNLV as a comeback, lifted his scoring, lifted his facilitation game, and lifted his rebounds, and more responsibility on his shoulders without Taylor Britt. He takes over the point guard position, and he is responsible for all of it flowing well. Has done a nice job the last couple of games without him. See if that can't continue against a stronger Saints defense today as we take a look at the standings. Remember, a Saints win will most likely move them into 3rd position. They'll jump the Rams on that points percentage. And both the Rams and the Saints, should they be able to catch that Sharks team, because of the points percentage advantage, because of their solid rapid league teams, they would have the advantage there. So this top 6 squad, the top 4 far from set. Of course, everybody chasing the teams in 6, but that's not what we're worried about here today.
Last time these two teams met, big win for the Rams down in Otautahi, as we see the officiating crew there, led by Brad Clyde this afternoon. Sharon Martin and Sam Pan ably assisting.
Yeah, that game early in the season was a one-way traffic. The Saints never got into it. Taylor Britt was masterful in that one, controlling all the action, putting pressure on the point of attack. Now without him available, without Isaiah Liafa available, which team is more impacted by the loss of their star point guard? The Saints have home court advantage. As mentioned by Hugh earlier, they have not lost on the hardwood here this season. And they don't look to start today as we bring out the young fella, delivering the game ball, getting a photo with the guys at half court. And we'll be ready for tip-off on the wharf in Wellington.
Explosive players. effortless scorers everywhere you look in these two squads, and there's a reason they're up near the top of the ladder. It's Akechi Alia and Jack Andrew who will contest the tip and get what could be an absolute blockbuster of a Sales NBL game this Sunday afternoon underway. The Rams control the tip. Tamaning Cho, featured in the FIBA window for Cameroon in recent qualifiers, and here he is, going around the Jack Andrew screen, pulling up from mid-range, missing, and Dante Ingram comes down with the rebound.
And the biggest impact of not having Taylor Britt is not having that steady hand. It's not the points, it's not the defense, it's setting up the offense and getting this Rams team working where they want to work. Without him, who's going to be able to pull that off? As Cho nearly forces the steal. 5 seconds on the shot clock.
Davison, deep three ball, drains it. And the first points of the game go the way of Carlin Davison.
You can see Todd Withers' look of like, wait a minute, that's not in the scouting report, but a big hit from Carlin Davison. Worked so hard on getting that shot a little smoother, a little quicker in recent years.
Withers back to Brown. Davison does well to stay in front of Walter Brown and then get a block. Brown fights for the offensive board, throws it but only as far as Pepper pulls up a three in transition. Holmes down with the rebound. Big learning curve for Jake Holmes in recent weeks. Casey stepping up into that starting lineup, and here he is, daylight, and a little finger roll, but he blows at the youngster.
Unfortunate for him, a little bit of a blowout, but I've really loved his energy. He's got great size for a forward position, and the energy he brings, play in, play out, is fantastic. Just missed the bunny there as Walter Brown gets the foul.
And there's a battle to watch going ahead this afternoon. Brown against Davison.
That's my matchup of the day for me. I love watching these two guys play. Here's Walter Brown trying to D up. A little touch, I think, with that left hand. Not a ton of contact, but got to be careful with that. Walter Brown having a little laugh with Carlin as he goes by. How about the level of impact? But Carlin, no smiles from him.
Good business with Carlin Davison.
4 straight points for Davison to start this one off. I mentioned career highs for Walter Brown. Carlin Davison off his career highs, but what we've seen is a lift, I think, in the way he plays. You know, last year with Taranaki, he was dependent so much of that offense lead on him as the ball stays with the Saints, but Davison now, so much of the Saints offense is based on his facilitation abilities. He's basically got to be a point forward. If he's not initiating things, that ball can get stuck and the offense gets quite stagnant quite quickly.
I think we've seen him mature as a basketballer in the last 3 years in an exciting way. Same with Walter Brown. Both have had a little touch of international time with the Tall Blacks as well, as Davison just leaves that one short. Cho comes down on the ball. Brown to his left, Withers to his right. And they're there among an absolute flurry of Saints. Eventually finds Withers, who drains the three and gets the Rams on the board.
He started 4 for 4 earlier this week against Taranaki in their home game from beyond the arc, and he picks up in the same place. Still has that heat from deep.
Yes, almost throws it up there with 2 hands, but out of bounds it goes, off a Ram. Off a Saint, I should say, sorry, Rams possession.
You can already see the finals quality physicality that both teams are going to be coming up against when they drive in. There's going to be a lot of physical defense being played today.
Withers brings the ball up. And the Andrew screen. Cho, I should say, brings the ball up. Brown with the 3, drains it. Neither one short of any sort of shyness of shooting from downtown, Casey.
Love that shot from Walter Brown. Normally he takes a slower attack on his own offense. That time, no hesitation. Shows off the range with a big early hit.
Pepper over Withers, rattles around.
Is that an offensive interference? Yeah, I think it is. That's going to be... I think, yeah, that's going to be 2 points. Jake Holmes grabs the net, so take another look at it. Pepper, nice little hesitation creating that space, and here's the ball in. Now watch Jake Holmes' hand get up on the net, and that is basket interference. Even though it looks like the ball's probably not going to go in, if it's up on the rim and you grab the net like that, that is 2 points. Not goaltending. Basket interference is the call. So Elijah Pepper gets the credit and ties it up.
Walter Brown at pace, going the other way. 3 ball up and down it goes. Walter Brown's come to play in the capital this afternoon.
Well, he didn't like that foul early. Now back-to-back triples from that right wing. He lines it up and drops him down.
Good hand and steal from Jack Andrew finds Cho. Dictating play. And then Rougeau into the game as well. Here's Jake Holmes. Good positioning for Andrew. Quarrelsome hand, though, from Davison, and he comes away with the rebound.
Great D by Carlin Davison. Outsized, but not outworked. Got up physically and forced a couple of misses in the paint. Oh, my.
Yeah, beautiful little lead pass there for Pepper.
When that went, I didn't think it was going to get there, but found the target.
The double team comes for Pepper. Davison, no-look pass. Lear in the corner, 3. Brown taps it forward to Andrew.
Like that offense, though, penetrating with the pass, swinging the ball around multiple times, forcing the Rams to work.
It's pretty clear the Rams are going to put a lot of pressure on Elijah Pepper. With double teams early in the shot clock as Cho almost loses his footing, but gets rid of the pass before to Rougeau, who does lose his footing. 3 on the shot clock. Cho has to put up a 3. Get it back, though, through Jack Andrew. And Jake Holmes working hard for the rebounds. There's 3 Rams down there, and it's Rougeau who comes away with the 2 points.
Well, the question is, where are the other blue jerseys? There's multiple opportunities down there. They're down the other end of the court and getting outnumbered by the effort of Holmes and Andrew and Rougeau.
Harris with that languid drive of his, and he's fouled. He'll earn a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Rougeau picks up that foul, and he's been hampered by a bit of foul trouble as of late. Hiram Harris certainly aware of that. Just gets the step on the crossover, and once he gets him on his back, forces that contact so he gets the opportunity at the rim. If you want opportunities at a few more rims, make sure you get into the QR code here to get into the hoops at your school near you, thanks to Chemist Warehouse and the Basketball New Zealand Hoops in Schools program. They're putting hoops and courts in schools all over Aotearoa to inspire that next generation of Kiwi hooper. 1 region left. Get in that QR code and find out if it's going to be at a school near you, so you too can get a brand new hoop in your school, all thanks to the Chemist Warehouse and Basketball New Zealand.
Hunt and Yulee enter the game for the Saints. Kate and Newton for the Rams.
Jordan Hunt just hit game 100 this round, as did actually Walter Brown as well. A couple of newly minted 100-game players. Congratulations to them both.
Brown gets the step round Yulee, driving, fouled. Looked like he was going for an emphatic finish.
I thought he was going up strong side. Instead, the little dipsy do for the layup. Really nice use of a little eyebrow fake. Gets up here, and oh, there's the foul on the arm. Jordan Hunt says he's got a lot of basketball, but it's still Walter Brown off to the Chemist Warehouse strike. A huge start early, 2 for 2 from behind the arc. That's his first 4-way to the free throw line here. Walter Brown hits the first, 7 points already. Season averages of 18, but we heard Nick Bewley mention over the last few, in the absence of Taylor Britt, he's been averaging over 21 points a game, has lifted his scoring, has lifted his playmaking, and lifted the Rams offense at the same time.
13-8, the lead to the Rams as we approach the midway point of the first quarter. Pepper slings it over, gets it back from Ingram. Harris pops off a screen and then curls, drops it off, and there's beautiful offense from the Wellington Saints. Will they get their rewards? They won't this time as Rougeau comes down with it.
Unlucky. Beautiful defense, and Yulee goes down. Oh no, it looks like he did an ankle or Achilles there.
Meanwhile, Miller Newton-Jones a 3 down the other end, and we're going to stop.
Elijah Pepper saying there's no communication defensively, but that's because one of the defenders for the Saints fell down, hit the ground, and that looks like an Achilles. Unfortunate. This is instantly looked like he did the look behind. Not what you want to see. He lands there, and once he instantly grabs it. Oh no, that's not what you want to see in those next couple of steps. Possibly a calf, but seen that motion many a time in my career. That screams Achilles tendon to me. That's so unfortunate. He's such a promising young player. I've loved the physicality he's brought to this competition the last couple of seasons when he returned from his collegiate stint. It's all finished with the college career now and just trying to start his professional foray, but that's not promising there. We'll keep you updated if we get any word on the seriousness of what looks to be a very serious injury.
So the Saints have to adapt now. No Braden Newley for the rest of this afternoon. Robertson will come into the game. Meanwhile, Hiram Harris was fouled at the cup with one of his traditional bullocking drives.
Rougeau picks up foul number 2 very quickly. He's played less than 2 minutes. He's got 2 fouls. I mentioned the foul trouble, and he runs. Hiram Harris has that line. He's in front of him. You can't make that contact from behind. You just can't get defensive position when you're behind the ball handler. And Hiram Harris is just a really clever player off the bounce. He understands angles, and he's searching that physicality at every opportunity. Found at that time and finds himself at the bottom of the net from the Chemist Warehouse stripe as well. Todd Withers checking back in the ball game. Todd Withers is a tremendous defensive player. One of my favorites to watch over the last few seasons. His versatility on that end, combined with a dead eye from deep. Champion with the Otago Nuggets.
Baptist Mark and Dunedin as well. Not only that championship, Casey, but that young crew that have grown up and come up through that Nugget system. Jack Andrew, one of them, now with the Rams. All benefited from playing with Withers. Brown steps into another 3. This one doesn't drop. Withers, though, affects the board. Slaps it away from Harris from behind. And the Rams will go again.
Kate and Newton checking in for the Rams. A lot of youth on the court right now, but they're competitive regardless.
Got to go as the shot clock expires. Walter Brown from downtown Wellington.
Just like he drew it up. Walter Brown, now 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. That eye is locked in.
Tipped by Newton. He comes away with the steal. Brown's got Kate to his right. Drops the bounce pass in. And the nice finish from Ihaka Kate.
I think that was a beautiful pass there by Walter Brown. Recognition on the Newton steal that they had numbers, and he finds the angle. He'd been doing all the scoring that time. He sets up Kate for the finish, who gets his first bucket of the ball game, and is the Rams dominating defensively early in this one. The Saints are being held to 20% from the field. Only 2 makes. And those were early on from Davison and Pepper. Since then, it's been nothing but misses as we take a look at the final 6 and what it looks like. Eliminator finals, 3v6, 4v5. That's happening the Wednesday and the Thursday, 29th and 30th of July. From there, we go to the semifinals on the weekend. The highest remaining seed plays number 2, the lowest remaining seed, meaning the worst team left statistically. They play the top seed on Saturday and Sunday. And 1 week after that, it's the grand final. Whatever the highest numbered seed left is winning it. And the lowest remaining seed is on the road.
So right now, we are all playing for home court advantage as we see the ladder, and the Tuatara and the Sharks currently have the upper hand in that regard, but the Rams and the Saints are hot on their tails.
And not the only thing that's important isn't the wins, but it's the number as well. Remember, every bucket from the Rapid League and the NBL counts. Points percentage, the one and only tiebreaker. Back to the Carlin Davison in the lineup.
Trail by 11, and Ihaka Kate has done somehow a great job keeping Elijah Pepper from pulling, but he's going to drive. Blocked at the rim by Jake Holmes.
A little bit of contact on that layup. Pepper gets a technical, stops the break, but so that's one way to stop the break, but he also gets the tee. And gotta agree with him, a lot of contact on that one when underneath the rim. And you'll see the contact here from Holmes. He's not jumping straight up and down, doesn't get that foul. Hence why he's upset, but it doesn't matter because he didn't get the call, and now Withers is off to the Chemist Warehouse stripe.
I mean, that's a tough guard for Ihaka Kate, and then Jake Holmes, a couple of young Canterburyans having to look after.
But getting it done.
Getting it done. By hook or by crook.
And these young fellas, there's no step back to them. I've been really impressed by Holmes and the energy he brings from day one. Minute 1, Kate as well. The Rams have a fantastic system down there with the Mainland Eagles developmental program. And it has developed many a game-ready backup throughout this season.
Joe looking to drop it to Holmes, but
What do we got here?
Pepper. Davidson to his right, drops it off. And maybe not the explosion of the fireworks we wanted, but the 2 points the Saints so dearly needed.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get the Pepper to Davidson alley-oop. Instead, we almost got the alley-oops. Just barely got that one through and gets a finish. Pepper holds it late, and Withers goes for the fake, and then able to get the finish with a clever pass to cut it back to 10.
Here's Kate, Pepper on him, inside to Withers. Mismatch down low on Robertson, and he takes full advantage to Todd Withers.
Such a pro. Just, oh, you're going to put this guy on me? Let me take him to the post, and I'll just hold him here and get the finish. Just a heads-up play. Really knows how to think the game.
And hands it off to Pepper. Pepper driving, finding Jordan Hunt. Great two-man ball from Pepper and Hunt.
Elijah Pepper, best scorer in the competition, but it's been facilitation the last couple of plays. He's drawing all the defensive attention, multiple defenders on him. He gets the angle, he gets the assist.
Matchup, a couple of big Kiwis. Jack Andrew getting Jordan Hunt to bite on the fake and then going the line to shoot two.
Jordan Hunt trying to hold on there for 8 seconds, just hold on for dear life. As Jack Andrew just backing him down. Look, he got the arm on that side, this side. Look at him just displace the defender. And then he goes for the fake. Good aggressive move, Jack Andrew. Jordan Hunt needs to do more of his work early. If the big's got his catch on the block, it's already too late. You need to meet him above the free throw line, force him off a foot or two, especially if you're at a little bit of a disadvantage in height or weight, which in that matchup particularly, Jordan Hunt is. Hiram Harris, finals MVP a season ago on this court. A late arrival because of his time in the Japanese Professional League. But just starting to get warm up. I'm waiting to see Hiram Harris really impose his will on this Saints team. Hasn't really done that quite yet, but a lot of basketball left.
Jordan Hunt goes to the bench with 2 fouls to his name as Aaliyah pulls up from the free throw line. Rebounded by Andrew.
Static offensively, just not doing a good enough job of getting that ball from side to side. Rams really keeping the ball to one part of the court defensively.
Walter Brown getting ready to check back into game for the Rams. His Todd Withers going to work on Pepper.
D by Pepper gets that hand in there. Looked like Withers had the space, but enough physicality to dissuade that miss.
Pepper coming the other way, pulls out of his shot, but throws it against the thigh, and there's 2 Rams in the open court up here. And it's Cho who's going to finish it off.
And so multiple times on the turnover, the Rams have been the only ones taken off down the court. Saints need to do a better job in transition D.
Aaliyah for 3. High arcing 3 and gets all 3 of them.
He's a big man, but that's a soft touch. You cannot leave him alone outside beyond the arc. He will knock him down all day long.
Aaliyah trying to keep Jack Andrew wide as Harris is called for the foul.
Yeah, gets the hand caught in the cookie jar. That was solid defense from Dante Ingram there. Forced Temening Cho off his line, but that late foul, unfortunate for Saints fans.
We stint with the Nelson Giants a few years ago, Dante Ingram. A product of Loyola, I believe. Was that, remember that college that had that run with that nun who would come to all their games? He was part of that team. They had that deep run in the March Madness with that nun that would come to all their games.
Was that Loyola Chicago?
Yeah, that's right. She became quite a...
she a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Very memeable.
Yeah, all over ESPN Top 10.
It's amazing how many nuns support basketball teams. We had the Spurs nuns this year. Catholicism and hoops, who knew?
Holmes losing possession. Here is Ingram rising up with a left-handed jumper of his off to the right, but Arana Robertson goes and gets it.
Picking up where he left off. Game winner in the Rapid League, showing some good minutes out here in the South NBL.
Ingram again using Aaliyah to good effect, but can't get the rebound to go. Kate comes away with it.
Saints bending this Rams defense, but not breaking it. Rams just holding on. And it's created this 10-point lead. Temening Cho looking like he wants to close the last shot of the quarter, but about a 5-second discrepancy between shot and game clock.
10 seconds to go in this first quarter. Cho drops it off to Brown. Andrew No, it won't count if it goes, and it doesn't anyway. First quarter of action in the books.
No, that's going to be 4 seconds left.
4 seconds to go.
But I thought the ball hit the rim as well on that attack by Walter Brown.
And that's what's going to be discussed.
But it was tough to see from our angle here on the screen. Looks neither way. It's a Saints ball, 4 seconds left, and they're going to go for the deep ball.
The Brady pass from Ingram. Davidson turning around, jumper. An inch away from sneaking over the backboard.
And now we got another second left for the Rams. Beautiful pass.
Well, that reminded me of, remember that Stephen Adams pass?
Oh, yeah,
a couple of seasons ago? Yeah, to Ja Morant. Very similar from Dante Ingram.
Great ball, perfectly delivered. I think Carlin Davison had to realize he had 4 seconds left there. Probably could have done a little bit more than the fadeaway. But now for the Rams, they probably need a very similar play. There, look at this. Oh, look at this delivery. Oh.
Well, the Rams have taken a different approach. They're using their BNZ player timeout.
And I really like the use of the BNZ player timeout early in the quarter at the first, but not at the end of the game. First half, yes. Second half, no. But it does give you a chance to get a ticket to the big game. Scan that QR code for a chance to win tickets. Follow the instructions and see if you can't get your community group, school group, hoops group, sewing group, I don't know, any other kind of group. But the BNZ is happy to bring you to games this season. 5,000 tickets going away, but get in quick because the season's almost gone. And with it, will your chance to be sitting sideline at a Sal's NBL game, all thanks to BNZ.
Cho to inbound, 1.8 seconds they have. Brown has to shoot the contested three. It doesn't go, but not a bad look from the Canterbury Rams and not a bad quarter from the Canterbury Rams. They lead the Wellington Saints in the capital by 10, 27-17 after 10 minutes. We'll be back with the second quarter after the break on Sky Sport. Welcome back, second quarter, just moments away from TSB Bank Arena in beautiful capital city. And it's the Saints who are down by 10. So those men in red, 27-17, the Rams lead. And we are joined now by Quinn Clinton, head coach of the Canterbury Rams. And Quinn, well, how late a decision was it made on Taylor Britt missing out on this afternoon's game?
Yeah, it was, I guess, yesterday afternoon, kind of went through protocol and didn't quite pass the playing test, so yeah, we're without him today, but that's okay. Other guys get opportunity, and we really back our depth.
Speaking of opportunity, Walter Brown has stepped into that point guard role over the last few games. What have you liked about his performance in the last few games, but especially today? He's come out so aggressively offensively.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the skill set to do it, and he's also got the mindset to do it, and we really back him. You know, I love how Walt's game's developing, and we're hoping he'll class it.
Appreciate your time, Coach.
Here we go, need to stop.
As we have a turnover there from the Rams after the Pepper two-pointer.
That might be the first time something good has happened to a coach while we've been talking to him this season. Normally it's just bucket. Stop talking to me, guys. I'm surprised you didn't give us another question because it was nothing but good stuff.
Here is Ingram off the earlier screen. Pops that to Harris, back to Pepper, deep three-point from the wing. And they get a rebound through Ingram, but Davison can't get his hand on the pass, so the Rams get a turnover.
Like the energy from the Saints, but it's the execution that's failing them right now. Nice attack on the glass. First Harris, then Ingram chases it down, but just can't quite find that angle. The pass a little bit low. Saints on the whole just need a wee bit more patience on this end of the court. And the Rams, full of patience. They have done a great job of waiting for things to develop on both ends.
Cho down to Andrew, who's fouled by Ingram, right under the hoop.
They're going to have to be careful. These guys, a lot of complaining from Ingram and Hiram Harris on that one. Jack Andrews saying, no, that was definitely a foul. Both teams, I think, need to focus on the hoop, not the other stuff. And Dante Ingram looks like a couple of meat hooks coming in there. A cleaver, perhaps.
Brown elevates from mid-range.
Oh, that's
that is
pretty.
a beautiful-looking jump out from Walter Brown. 29 points now for the Rams.
And 13 of those off the hand of Walter Brown. He is 4 for 8 from the field. And just really shooting the ball with confidence today.
Pepper, Holmes thought he'd slap that out of the way, but got a bit of hand in there as well, so foul called.
Well, nice aggressive move by Elijah Pepper. Always dangerous to split. Goes both ways. Holmes there gets a hand on the arm as well as the basketball. Illegal screen on Hiram Harris called. Too active there. Moving that hip, trying to create a little bit of extra space for Pepper. And it's just an out of sorts offense as Hiram Harris picks up his second. Isaiah Liafa missing today, and his sort of point guard noose is coming up a little bit short. It does look like a Saints team that just isn't exactly where they need to be, not quite on the same page early in this one.
Withers hands it off to Brown. No look pass to Kate, right in front of the Rams bench, and he drains the three.
The drive of Brown, defense collapses. What a beautiful find late as Pepper turns his eye and pays for it. 13-point lead as the Rams are rolling.
Kate 2 from 2 from the floor. Loses his assignment there. Pepper looks to take advantage. Can't get the three to go. Withers comes down with the board.
And so many times the Saints looks like they're going to get the offensive rebound, but the Rams pull it out. Kate with the offensive foul there.
Yeah, just changed direction and looked to shepherd Elijah Pepper out the way.
Well, that's one you can often get away with. He must have been pretty deliberate with the change of direction. I was watching the ball a bit more, and it's not a clean angle on the screen. You're not allowed to set those screens with those shoulders with Davis and miss at the rim.
Cho with the rebound. He's got Withers to his left. There is Withers. Stepping into a three, and it's a pretty one at that. Timeout for the Wellington Saints as Todd Withers extends the lead for the Canterbury Rams, 35-19.
At halftime of the Airs game earlier this round, Todd Withers was 4 for 4 with 12 points. Well, today not quite as good, 3 for 4 with 9. But they're still Todd. But Todd Withers, I mean, what a player. He takes such a back seat offensively. This is a guy who's really talented, could easily score more. Let's see what Coach Aaron Young says.
12 minutes of us not getting to the next thing. Through the frustration, through the missed calls, we are not getting to the next thing. Lead with that, and we will be good. Then all the shots that they're fucking making right now will go down in percentage. They have felt no resistance. The times we've done it, we've gotten stops, but it's not frequent enough. Hey, let's go, punch 3, C at the 1, get it out, C test it. We've got rifle with Jordy on that other side, cut it, catch. All right, here we go.
Well, Aaron Young firing up the Wellington Saints. They've already lost one player early to injury. Let's hear a little bit more about that from our man on the sideline, Nick Bewley.
It is Hugh, confirmation. Braden Yulee will not return here this afternoon. As we saw earlier in that first quarter, went down with what appeared to be an Achilles tendon injury at confirmation from Jordan Mills of the Wellington Saints that it is unfortunately looking like an Achilles tendon rupture. So not only will he not return, that would be season done, which is a real shame for Braden Yuli. He's been super impactful off the bench, and that really just adds insult to injury at the moment, gentlemen. Down 16. It's actually listening into Aaron Young at the quarter time as well, and he was fuming at 3 loose balls on the floor and not one Saints player hitting the floor. So a lot to work on for Wellington.
Yeah, Rams are certainly outworking them now. It's showing up in the scoreboard, it's showing up in the effort. I like that timeout from Coach Aaron Young. Let's see if it has the effect he wants it to.
Well, England gets an offensive ball straight out of it. Pepper probing, finding Davison, 3-ball left short. Withers comes up with the board. A little bit of pressure there from Alir, but out of bounds it goes.
That's good offense, though. Ball through multiple hands and forcing the defense to bend. You need to see more of that. Multiple rotations of the ball from side to side and force the defense to adjust before you decide what shot you want. For the Rams, just more of the same. The patience has been phenomenal. I love the way they're sharing the basketball. And Saints' effort defensively.
Well, there's an extra hustle, right, that Aaron Young wanted.
Rams only have 3 seconds to get it across half court, and the Saints are aware. This timeout called by the Rams. But this wasn't on a make, so they're not going to be able to bring the ball up to half court. And it looks like they put another half second on the shot clock to 20. But either way, it's going to be Rams ball after we come out of this one, as they need to just discuss the press break. Let's hear Quinn Clinton talk about it now.
Okay, 5 man, it's you, hear me. Whoa. E. Renee. Okay, we're into 3. Everyone good. Okay. Screen. Whoa, try catch this thing on the run. We're into pistol, you can set it or flash. Okay. Heavy, if he's not there, if they switch it, flash. T-Cho, you're on the burner, we're into the same thing. So pistol on both sides. All right. All right, fellas. Hey, keep doing the tougher stuff right now. Okay, don't get caught up in the other shit. Let's go, fellas. Rams, 1, 2, 3.
Well, a more pragmatic timeout from Quinn Clinton, purely just to discuss how they're going to get the ball over half court. He's happy to burn a timeout for that this early in the game.
I think both coaches doing a nice job with their timeouts, with the way they're addressing their team. Certainly Quinn Clinton has the easier job right now. Things are going a little bit the way he wants. But I would be a little bit concerned about that lack of execution as the Saints turned up the pressure defensively. 4 seconds to get it across. Can they do it?
Brown can. Most of his possession, though, finds Kate. Surrounded by Saints. Get back to Brown. 3-pointer. Well, not exactly how it was drawn up, but it's come with another 3-pointer for Walter Brown, who's up to 16 now.
Career high, I believe, is 28 or 29 for Walter Brown, but good start again. Turnover here for the Saints off the hands of Alir. That last play, good hustle, but the broken play once again ends up to the Rams down here. Decent thought, but a broken play ends up to the Rams. They're just doing enough on both ends of the court to really disrupt the rhythm of this Saints team.
Rougeau finds it over to Kate. Here's Cho. Andrew coming to set the screen. Cho steps back into a 3 off the back iron. Andrew looking to keep it alive, and he does so. Cho loses his footing, but smartly keeps possession.
7th offensive rebound there by the Rams.
Elevates from the free throw line and drains it.
Tough shot.
Cho.
Doubled up on the Saints, and this gym is quiet.
Alir driving, gets the arm and the hoop, and will go to the line for one more.
Well, the speed of change from defense to offense there, as good as the Saints have done all day long. Excellent rim attack from Alir as he gets the soft touch, moving things and cuts it underneath 20. As the Rams making this a repeat of the first matchup between these two teams. Totally dominant in the early going.
Free throw missed. Rene Rougeau. Not to be confused with Rene Russo.
I will not make that confusion.
Gets the rebound. Walter Brown misses the 3-pointer, and Colin Davison rises high to come down with the rebound. Here's Pepper. Going to work on young Miller Newton. Alir. Davison, another three-ball attempt from him that's off.
Great rotation defensively from the Rams, closing out short, forcing those shooters to make decisions. The other way around, it's just not that at all. Wide open look for Withers. The short closeout gives him plenty of space, plenty of time. The Rams winning the effort categories.
Hunt. It's Rougeau to bite. Drives at Withers and earns a foul. Right now, we've seen Carlton Davison put up a fair few three-point attempts. Casey, Quinn Clinton's going to be pretty happy with that, isn't he?
Yeah, I think he's really got the offense of the Saints discombobulated. They don't really know what they want. They're being forced off this free throw, this three-point line. Saints just 2 for 9 from behind the arc, but it is the offense of the Rams that is so impressive today. They are 9 from 14 from beyond the arc. Walter Brown, 16 points. Todd Withers, 12. Those two players dominant and combined 7 of 10 from beyond the arc. $28 points for the pair.
Hunt makes his second free throw. It is a 20-point game. This is team sitting 3rd and 4th on the ladder as we have a foul there. Ingram getting choked.
Just another possession. Not even, last time it was one pass shot, wide open look. This just a simple on-ball screen, and Cho has a wide open laying down the cup. The rotation's not there. Ingram tries to get a hand in the challenge. He gets the foul. Cho back to the line. The Saints just not locked in on either end of the court at the moment as Dante Ingram picks up his second personal.
Man, it is quiet.
Quiet
in that gym. No, that is not.
I'll tell you what, like having played there, when things aren't going well, the crowd lets you know. They sit on those hands if there's nothing to clap about. And right now, there is not much to cheer for.
Peppers 3 rattles around, doesn't go. And that's something winning teams have, isn't it? As Rougeau loses the handle.
Good hustle by Pepper to get back in that one. But can the Saints turn it into something on this end?
Harris just working his way in, but almost losing the ball. Rougeau poking it out of bounds.
Just everything for the Saints right now, just a half-second late. You know, just a little bit too much of an attack there by Harris. Nothing there, turns into a broken play. Now there's only 13 left on the clock to create something in the half court.
Pepper wants to drop it in, but Rougeau with the hand in the lane.
They are just not giving Pepper any space on the perimeter. He is being forced to be a ball driver, not a ball shooter.
Cho double team back to Miller Newton. Gets Davison to jump almost out of the city.
Thought he might have gotten the happy feet there on that second step back.
Cho, as the shot clock expires, and he drains it.
Harana Robertson plays solid defense, but Cho shows that better offense always wins. Just knocked that one down.
He does, and will that ignite Elijah Pepper? And meanwhile, we have a whistle here after Rougeau just threw the ball into no man's land.
Timeout called early by the bench. Fortunate for the Rams.
Timeout.
Fortunate for the Rams. That would have been a turnover.
Well, you mentioned Elijah Pepper, how the Rams are trying to stop him catching fire in any way, shape, or form. Here's another way. He makes the three, and instantly Quinn Clinton calls a timeout.
that's why that timeout was there, too. I think that's going to come out and say, hey, is this what we want to do on these ones, or we want to make him put on the floor? You never want to let a shooter find a little bit of heat, because it does not take long for a man like him to catch fire and get moving. Elijah Pepper, 3 for 8 now, 7 points. Leading scorer for the Saints. But the Saints team looks like it just needs a little bit of energy. If you need a little bit of energy, try that $35 large cup pepperoni pizza from Sal's. Sal's Cup 26 is your online coder. Scan the QR code right now. That is valid until Tuesday, the 21st of July. You know what's so important about those cupped pepperonis, Hugh?
Don't genuinely tell me.
You know, the cuppedness lets the edges go up closer to the heat so they get crispy on the outside.
Is that why?
Just a little bit of crisp. That's what the cup tip gives you. So
how do they cup them?
That is beyond my pizza knowledge.
Yeah.
Maybe they let it dry a little bit after they slice it, but either way, that's what it's going to look like after your family gets it. $35 large cup pepperoni, that's their answer for dinner.
The team's coming back out onto the court. Let's hear from Nick Bewley, who's sidelined.
Yeah, I was just listening in there, gentlemen, to Aaron Young, Wellington Saints coach, and he basically just said, guys, the next 4 minutes is going to determine this game, which I know with a whole half of basketball to go, but down 21, this could really get ugly. You've got to be intense here and show that you want it here in front of your people. 4 minutes until the half to keep things close.
And they wants to see that energy, but can't see those fouls. As they're just starting to load up on the Saints, but energy. 4 minutes, plenty of time. You can certainly, in 4 minutes, get a 12-0 run, make up a lot of points, but it starts with one step, and it starts with one stop. Can the Saints start it here?
Rougeau, nice find. Miller Newton in the corner, doesn't go.
Good offense, had a great look. Coach Quinn Clinton will take that all day long.
Nick mentioned there about the Saints wanting to do it for their people in their building. You play for them, Casey. There won't be a prouder team, the team who's not used to losing in our league as much as this Wellington Saints team, and this will be hurting them.
Especially on their home court, undefeated there up to this point this season. But not for long if they don't change the tide. Pepper off to the races.
Davison to his left, he goes all the way on his own. Jake Holmes stretches out for the block.
The big young fella, get it done. Can you do it on the other end? With
Spinning,
the
and he gets it to go. Jake Holmes, both ends of the court.
Put that on the Chemist Warehouse Plays of the Week. Jake Holmes, defense to offense on this end. He says, get that shot out of here. Smacks it off the glass, and then on the other end, put him in the spin cycle, get the corners off to the laundromat, 2 points and 1. And a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play for the teenager to stretch it to 24.
Man, he lost both his feet on that finish, but still managed to get it up and in.
First bucket of the game for Jake Holmes, 1 for 3 from the field. But solid minutes defensively, getting involved. And we got a technical foul as well.
I think it's on Ketchalier. I think I saw Sharon Martin hold up number 7.
Well, the Saints have been a little chippy and certainly a little chirpy. And sometimes the refs don't want to hear that bird song. So go ahead and put it in your pocket.
There's a fired up Ketchalier and Todd Withers. About as adept as anyone in the South NBL, taking advantage from the free throw line.
The foul was on the Ketchalier, so he was upset about a lack of contact possibly. Well, now he can be upset about being down 25.
There was a lot of contact. Maybe his argument is that Holmes initiated it, but it's Davidson the other way. Either way, it is 51-26 to the Canterbury Rams in Wellington.
Did not see this coming. I thought they were going to be playing much better, but this Rams team, I think they might just have this Saints team's number right now.
Look at Jake Holmes running the floor. Newton
thought he was going to pull that one up. Instead, he just slows him down.
Here's Withers. He does pull that one up. Off to the right, Pepper with the rebound. The way he goes. Ingram, smart first move, drops it into Harris. Alier for 3. Drains it.
I think the Saints need to recognize that mismatch on the post a little bit more often when they've got those young guards in there. Oh my.
And Cho just clean dropped that ball. Ingram thought
Foul
he was
on
called
Cho.
for the foul. It was the initial shock. But Cho has been called for the foul on Ingram.
I had a little bit of shock myself there. I was like, wait a minute. But no, that is a foul on Cho. Got handsy after losing the basketball. And a big break here for the Saints. Ingram gets straight to the Chemist Warehouse.
I think Aaron Young was about to flip all sorts of advertising boards until he realized what was going on there. So Dante Ingram to the line, averaging tick over 13 points so far in 2026. He misses his first, yet to trouble the scorers in this one.
Walter Brown has been on the bench for a wee bit. That's the thing about when you go down big. You have to work so hard to get back into it, but the team that's up, they can rest their guns, they can get a little bit more time on the bench. So by the time you've been in there for a while, working your way back, they come out a little bit fresher. 2 minutes left in the half. Can the Saints just turn the tide?
They trail by 21, if you can believe it. Here's Walter Brown, who's been 16 of those on the screen. Gonna put it up soon. We've got one on the shot clock. Holmes has to shoot. He didn't realise the shot clock violation.
Good defense, waiting for the Saints, staying connected, staying extended, and forcing the deep skip. No other options on that side of the court.
Okay, you just hear Quinn Clinton there say to his bench, make sure he knows, because Walter Brown standing in front of his own bench and not getting the clock call. There's been a bit of contact there, and Carter Davison hits the deck.
What I say on the bench at that point in time is, hey, coach, you're here too? You're right. You're standing right next to him. What are you talking about, coach?
Next to him, Quinn.
That is just like a head coach, to blame the players for something he should have known. All jokes, coach. All jokes, Quinn. All jokes.
You'd be the player who would say that to him as well.
You could say it, coach. You're right there. But no, that is the job of the bench. That is the job of the bench, to let your team out and out there know how much time is left on the shot clock, to give them that extra awareness about what's going on. Stay connected, stay involved.
Davison misses his first.
Just not that bad from the free throw line, 66%, 8 for 12, but it just feels like everything's so hard for the Saints here in the first half.
Oh, misses them both, Carlin Davison. Cho around the Andrew screen. Nice messy pass there from Withers, but Pepper there to just take that away from Jack Andrew.
Just excellent defense. Andrew had a definite bucket had he got that catch.
Ooh, yeah. Hits some big contact, hits the deck. Go to the line to shoot two.
Third personal foul on Jake Holmes there. He's been pretty integral to what they've been doing defensively. Jake Holmes consistently closing that space defensively. Not a ton of contact, but when you're not in your cylinder and there's any contact, that's a foul on the defense. And 3 straight misses from the Chemist Warehouse stripe for the Saints.
Hey, Walter. Hey, I want you to catch it at the split line. Short
Makes one of his free throws is Kate. Walter Brown, the Saints asleep on defense after the free throw. Kate gets the offensive board. Withers walks into a three and he rattles it in.
Wow, Todd Withers, keep it going. 4 out of 5 from beyond the arc. 16 points for him, 5 for 7 from the field.
A minute to go in this first half as Withers is called for a foul.
Back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe we go, where the Saints currently shooting 60% on the season. They're at 74, which is tops in the competition. But it has not been that way so today. The best shooting team in the league from the Chemist Warehouse stripe just not being able to find the range today. Davison with the thank you, Lord. Finally, Elijah Pepper looking for something. He just can't find the space. Just 3 for 10 in the first half for his 7 points. Leading scorer in the competition at over 29 a game coming in.
No Isaiah Liafa for the Saints, no Taylor Britt for the Rams. So both teams missing their point guards. Andrew sets the screen for Cho. Here's Ihaka Kate in the corner. Throwing rapid league game earlier. A lot closer than what we're seeing in the South's NBL game as Withers puts up a 3. He's fouled. Hiram Harris
took out his legs. Yeah, there's nothing up high, but he's got no space to land. His feet are right underneath him. And you know, the game has changed where you're just not allowed to take that. Hiram Harris picks up foul number 3, and you see the leg contact there. He was okay up high, but the legs get in as Todd Withers floats a little bit forward on that jumper. Todd Withers, what a half he's put together. 70% plus from the field. 8 rebounds, 2 assists. And now that's point number 17. One more than his teammate Walter Brown. The two of them have combined for 33 to equal the Saints' output. Withers misses that one, so little miracles for the Saints right now.
Well, I called a good old-fashioned blowout just a couple of weeks ago, Casey. That one had a good reason. The FI were missing over 70 points with injuries and Tall Blacks away at international basketball. Lost by 50. I'm not saying this is going to go that way, but right now it's 23 points and we're 30 seconds away from half-time.
It just looks like in 2 games, they've both looked exactly like this. And
the steal, Cho in the passing lane.
This is just almost an hour of basketball between these 2 teams during the season, where the Rams have been dominant for pretty much every minute.
Rams a hold for the last shot of the quarter. Cho wanted a foul, didn't get it, but he comes away with 2 points.
Oh, they don't have one.
Play a timeout.
They used it already.
No, that was the Rams. The Rams used it.
Okay.
The Rams used it. The Saints haven't. They have now. And
let's see how much time is left. Gonna have about a half second left. There's another chance for you to use that QR code and get a ticket to the big game. Over 5,000 tickets being given away to NZNBL games this season, all thanks to BNZ. Inspiring that next generation of Kiwi hooper. Who knows, get your group there. You might have one of the stars of tomorrow watching a game today. All thanks to BNZ. But you gotta be in to win. Scan the QR code to find out how. All right, couple of, what do you got on the clock? Gonna reset it to maybe 1 second. Not sure exactly how, 0.8. We'll see what they eventually get up on the clock.
Sampan over there. Having the conversations.
It's got reset. It's gone to the reset 10-minute quarter now.
Another quarter.
Hey, an extra 10 minutes. I'm not sure if the Saints would like it or not like it.
Just a bit of admin for that young man. He's just going, right, not the dope at the camera on me. That's what he's going, come on, help me out.
One second left.
1 second it is. Ingram looking to inbound. Withers making it hard for him. Jordan Hunt is going to shoot it from almost halfway off to the right. And that about sums up the Saints' first half. It has been all Canterbury Rams. 58-33. They lead in Wellington, where the Saints haven't lost in 2026.
Dominant on both ends. They've held the Saints to under 28% from the field. Let's hear how they did it. Nick Bewley's over there with Todd Withers right now.
Yeah, thanks, Casey. Todd Withers, 18 points. Rams up 25 at the half. What do you put that offensive onslaught down to, Todd?
Man, just playing our game, like trying to take away their things and get out in transition, try to get easy buckets if we can. Just one stop at a time.
It's a little bit tricky always when you're up so big to keep those high standards. So what is going to be key in the third and the fourth?
Just staying true to what we've been talking about as far as like getting stops and running, getting rebounds, limiting them to one shot, and then just getting good shots on the offensive end.
Appreciate your time as we bring in Hiram Harris. Hiram, look, I know there's a lot to be frustrated about in that first half, but in terms of the controllables, what's one thing you want to prioritise here in the second half?
Energy and effort, pretty simple.
Go get him.
Pretty simple indeed from Hiram. All business as he makes his way back into the locker room. It's been all business for the Canterbury Rams in the first half of this one. They lead 58-33, and we'll talk all about it after the break.
Still waiting for his ticket. Man side. Oh, okay. Miguel, buckets out. I know you can reach. Kind of. All right. Man side, you up to 5, my man. Harper on 2. Now we're looking like McLean. There she is. There she is. 3 for Harper. Man side on fire. Minutes to go. Who's going to have the most buckets at the end? You can stack them however you want to have the tallest tower. You guys just go for the standard stack in. Matt's got another one. You're at a bucket stage. You got to stack it properly. Right, 30 seconds. You can steal one of Harper's ones if you want, Matsai. Matsai just going for gold here. We'll go 10 seconds. Give it up for Matsai Harper to count it down. Matsai been on fire this whole game. And then we'll do it, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Matsai taking it home. There you go. Harper finishing up. And give it up to our good friends at Drew Luxembourg, being the game day partner. Let's welcome back to the court, the Angels.
Matariki is the signal. Matariki is a cluster of stars in the night sky that signal the beginning of the Māori New Year. It is a time of reflection, celebration, and preparation. The focus of this year's theme, Matariki Herenga Waka, is all about inclusion and encouraging people from all cultures to come together to learn, to share, and to celebrate Matariki of the Māori New Year. Matariki Herenga Tamasa, Matariki Te Piti.
Welcome back. It's a somber mood deep in the bowels of the TSB Bank Arena as Aaron Young talks to his team. They are down 58-33 to the Canterbury Rams at halftime. Hugh Baden here alongside Casey Frank. And Casey, we weren't expecting this, were we?
That game of the Wellington Saints belongs deep in the bowels somewhere because it was not a good one in the first half. They need to find some energy and they need to find some enthusiasm. And even though the offense hasn't been efficient, under 30% from the field, the problem is the defense. The Saints are allowing 50% from the field for the Rams and 55% from beyond the arc. A ridiculous amount of efficiency for the Rams, who are romping. This is 2 games, an hour of basketball these teams have played on the court, and the Saints just have not been able to hold a candle up to the Rams. Let's take a look at some of the highlights of the first half. It's going to be a lot of Rams because they were getting things going. Walter Brown was moving, came out aggressive offensively, 2 from deep right off the bat, and that set the stage. 16 points in the first half, some stellar defense, and some late clock buckets right when the Rams needed them most has kept that scoreboard ticking along. Looking at the Saints, Carlin Davison leading the way offensively, the second leading scorer, 8 points. Just 2 for 7 from the field, and it started off well. That was the first possession of the ball game. Got it from deep, showed some solid defense early in the half. A couple of rebounds as well, running the court, but too infrequently overall are the attacks from him and his Saints teammates to make any serious inroads against this Rams D. As we take a look at the halftime stats, look at that defense from the Rams, under 30% from 2, under 30% from 3. It's even impacting the best shooting team from the line. There, look at the rebounds dominating the glass. These are the 2 best teams in terms of rebound differential. Well, not today, it's all over the Rams. And 15 assists for the Rams on 19 buckets. That is a fantastic percentage.
And we're just seeing a frustrated Wellington Saints team, Casey, not only exemplified there by the stats and the shooting stats, but 2 technical fouls as well. And as Hiram Harris said, just effort and attitude just has not been there for the Wellington Saints. And man, I'm struggling to think of a time where it hasn't been there for the Wellington Saints in recent years.
Well, I mean, honestly, the last time I saw it like this was against the Rams earlier this season. They seem to have their number right now. Something about the way the Rams play is taking them out of what they want to do offensively. But as Hiram Harris said, it's effort, it's enthusiasm. The players are in control of that. They can turn it around quickly. Let's see if they find the switch at halftime and decide to flick it.
58-33 as the lights come back on in TSB Bank Arena. Will they come back on for the Wellington Saints? We will find out after the break when the third quarter comes your way on Sky Sport. Well, welcome back. Well, there's a happy Wellington Saints fan who's got himself a free lolly and a slice of South pizza at halftime.
More lollies. More lollies, Saints. Keep the fans happy.
That'll cheer you up when your team is currently living in the penthouse apartment on Struggle Street against the Canterbury Rams. They trail 58-33 at halftime. Let's see what Aaron Young, one of the most astute and adept coaches going around Aotearoa, and indeed Oceania basketball at the moment. Let's see what they can pull out as we have a look at some of the stats in the form of shot charts. Casey?
Love that shooting from the Rams. I love the spread. It's all threes. It's all in the paint. They're getting the shots they want time and time again. Two stories for me. The Saints need to do, first and foremost, force this Rams team to go away from their first option offensively. You need to see them get to that second, third side multiple times. Multiple effort plays defensively from the Saints. That will ignite their offense and allow them to find some activity in transition. If they can get some transition buckets, that will be help them out, because they have not found anything in the half court today. Under 30% shooting from the floor, both from two and outside the key. You see just not enough open looks on the perimeter. They're very concerned about that. How can they adjust offensively against this Rams team who is cruising so far?
Well, cruising on the back of defensive effort and just more effort and hustle than the Saints team, who looks pretty lackluster from the start. See if they can turn it around in the second half. Cho goes round with the screen, goes right at Hiram Harris, blocked by Halir into the hands of Carlin Davison, who finds Dante Ingram, and Walter Brown commits the foul on him. So, promising start to the second half for the Wellington Saints.
There's a recipe. Defense turns into offense. You get that stop and you get out and push the basketball. Nice decision by Carlin Davison as Todd Withers forces him into the pass. Ingram can't get the finish, but he gets to the Chemist Warehouse stripe as Walter Brown picks up the foul, his second. That is a little bit of foul trouble starting to creep up on the Rams now. Walter Brown, Temening Cho, Todd Withers, Rene Rougeau, all with two. And Jake Holmes sitting on three. That's why he's not in the starting lineup in the second half. He's on the bench to save him from the foul trouble. Hiram Harris on three for the Saints. On two is Jordan Hunt, Akechalier, and Dante Ingram.
Ihaka Kate out there for Jake Holmes. Start this third quarter for the Canterbury Rams. Here's Cho looking for Jack Andrew. Instead finds Kate, picks up the three ball. Harris comes down with the board.
Pepper stays connected enough to make that a tougher shot as he gets the whistle. Baits the young fella into the foul. He's going to get 3 free throws. Yes, he is.
That's a veteran move. It drew a smile from young Ihaka Kate.
Well, he's so concerned about the shooting of Elijah Pepper. You know you're chasing him off this, and that time Elijah Pepper understands that. His deceleration on that play, fantastic. Forces Kate into the contact, into the foul, and a chance to cut it to 20. Is going to go wanting.
This is his first.
Lines up the second, able to get that. Remember, that's 66% from the line now. 14 for 21 for the Saints. They've done a good job of getting there. Nearly twice as many attempts as the Rams, but only 4 more points out of it.
Next 2 out of 3 does Pepper.
I like the press, but if I'm pressing, I don't want it to be token. I want it to be aggressive. Just getting up and running back, I think, has enabled the Rams to get comfortable in the half court once you get down here.
Oh, Willis just couldn't put it in, took his eyes off the ball before he caught it. Here's Halir. Kate stopping the transition 3. Ingram skips past Andrew. Pulls up from mid-range.
Unlucky.
Kate comes down with it.
Good offense, just that last drive. Hiram Harris was underneath to get the ball as we see another turnover.
For the defensive intensity has upped from the Wellington Saints, for sure.
And this is sadly what the Saints should have been doing all game. The Rams don't have a point guard. You know, Walter Brown, as good as he's played, he's not a true point, and these are the kind of mistakes you're going to try and force him into with the pressure there. Can they get a little bit more? Third consecutive. Solid defensive effort there by the Saints.
Lear with a little push and gets it to go.
And I really love those high post catches. Really forces the defense to collapse. You've got so many options as a scorer or facilitator when you get the catch at the elbow.
We saw a buzzer beater winner from Arana Robertson in the Rapid League for the Saints earlier this afternoon. Bit of work to do for Wellington if they want to recreate that. Great find from Walter Brown to Jack Andrew. And yeah, the jump ball will be cool. No, it will be Saints' possession.
Jack Andrew feeling a little bit of contact, but official Ryan Jones says that, well, they got to the ball first, and let's take a look at it. And yeah, a little bit of arm, but a lot of basketball too. And he's not exactly in his shooting form as Lear heads off back to the locker room there. But at pace, so hopefully not too serious.
Davison brings it over halfway.
The zone defense a little bit passive for the Rams.
There's Pepper off the front iron. Kate comes down with a rebound, slapped away by Harris though. Pepper drops it off to Hunt, who finishes it off. Timeout, Quinn Clinton and the Canterbury Rams.
Well, first time it's been under 20 in a while. That's an 8-0 run to start this quarter. Exactly what the Saints needed. The Rams haven't scored another 2 minutes. Let's hear what Coach Quinn Clinton has to say about it.
Okay, hey, we're into 3 right now. Okay, 3, get the ball in, back to Ticho. Okay, and then we're into punch 1. Okay, get downhill, play out of the paint. Fellas, it's gonna come down to defense right now. Okay, we're back into black. We have to defend without fouling. Okay, come up with the rebound and then play with some pace. Okay, play with some pace on offense, be aggressive. Okay, we're not just trying to survive. Okay, we're trying to push this thing out. All right. 3 sit up into punch 1. Here we go.
And I like that message from Quinn Clinton. We're not just trying to survive, not just trying to sit on our big lead. We're trying to push this thing out. Yeah, dance, young man. Dance like Casey dances when he's got a large cup pepperoni pizza in front of him.
That's not enough excitement. I would be going cray-cray. I'd be twerking out there. But I appreciate the efforts of Dad. Pump up your son. Let him know he's a good dancer. Love it when the fans are getting into it. And 4 consecutive turnovers for the Rams. Just being impacted by the pressure. Can they find an answer, or can the Saints continue to turn the screws defensively?
Well, let's go to Nick Bewley, who was listening in to Aaron Young and the Saints timeout.
We'll come back to Nick in a second. A little technical difficulty there. And, no difficulty for the Rams offense as it finds the range from deep once again. Walter Brown keeping it going, 19 for him now.
Pepper with the little floater. And we can now go to Nick Bewley and hear what the Saints plan to do after that timeout.
Yeah, Jens, you were mentioning that full court pressure and putting pressure on Walter Brown, Tamanang Cho, not natural point guards, and that was just reinforced by Wellington Saints coach Aaron Young there. He said that's an 8-0 run. Let's go 8-0 again. Of course, they haven't done it just yet, but there is that lift in energy and enthusiasm, but it has to be continued.
Thanks, Nick. Pepper looking to make it back to buckets for him. He does just that. Well, we've had 2 threes from a couple of young Kiwis for the Canterbury Rams after the timeout. Walt Brown and Jack Andrew.
Much better pace for the Saints offensively, getting that ball through hands, getting it side to side and attacking the rim, not settling. I think so important for multiple players to touch it possession after possession, and that shot there going to be key for Elijah Pepper. He's now 5 for 13. He's up to 13 points and just starting to roll along a little bit, but back to the defense for the Saints. Have to string stops together. If they're not getting 2-3 stops in a row multiple times each quarter, it's going to be really difficult for them to fight their way back in.
Showing back to Rougeau, out of bounds it goes, and all of a sudden it's the Rams looking just a little bit rattled out there. Walter Brown, you can see, just saying, slow it down, calm it down.
But this is the impact of not having a true point guard. You can fake it for a while, but when the pressure lifts, it just becomes a little bit more difficult.
Pepper starting to feel it himself, puts a 3-ball off the back iron. Ingram with a nice little parry over to Davison. Pepper spinning, good hand from Rougeau, better shot from Elijah Pepper.
I mean, great shot making there, but I think the one-on-one basketball plays into the hands of the Rams. I think if you see that ball go through more hands, it impacts their defensive attributes much more heavily.
Choke back to Brown. Deep three from Walter Brown. That doesn't go. Jake Holmes
gets the rebound, the hustle.
Offensive board. And then loses it to Pepper.
He's been so aggressive defensively.
Harris with the finish. Wanted a whistle, didn't get it.
Oh, and it's starting to get dicey here. You can see the crowd getting behind things, and it's just a little bit harder. Look how far out the Rams are now initiating offense. Very different from the first half.
Holmes to quiet this crowd down, and he does. Jake Holmes,
young
for 3.
Fella. 6 points on the day, drains the corner triple.
Rougeau just taps that away from Carlin Davidson.
But that has been how the Rams have found their offense here in the third quarter. It's all been triples, and it's been a lack of attention to detail out on the perimeter that's allowed them to find that space. Lead is still at 17. As Temening Cho checks out.
Pepper
illegal screen.
Illegal screen. The 3 was well long anyway. What foul was on? Yeah, that's his 3rd.
Yeah, no reason to get the screen that much contact there. Elijah Pepper, well gone. You've created the advantage. That offensive player is way off you by that point. Just go cut through, have another chance. Instead, what would have been a good opportunity from a corner 3 goes the other way.
Meanwhile, Hiram Harris is still talking to Sam Pan about that no call in the last possession. You'll be careful. They've already had 2 technical fouls in this game, the Saints.
Yeah, but Hiram hasn't had one. Everybody gets a chance.
Okay, Oprah. Now here's Rougeau. Turnaround jumper, rebounded by Lear.
A little slow for the Saints going from defense to offense. I'd push it with a bit more pace.
He just waltzes into a 3-ball and leaves it short.
Just not a good shot. I mean, just dribbling up, defense in front of you, not really open, nothing created. And then it turns into an air ball.
Well, Carlin Davidson.
And Coach Aaron Young doesn't mind an early shot, but you need one in the offense somewhat.
Brown swings it over to Withers. His 3-ball's too strong. Carlin Davidson just hangs in
He's
the
getting
air
up there for these boards, man.
For the rebound.
PB athlete. Block on Walter Brown as he picks up foul number 3 to join Jake Holmes in foul trouble, along with Temening Cho on 3 fouls. This is a real problem for the Rams now. They're de facto replacement point guards, Temening Cho and Walter Brown, both with those 3 fouls. From the Saints, I'm attacking Walter Brown immediately. You can see that Coach Quinn Clinton gonna leave Walter Brown out there. Trusts his young fella and his leading scorer right now as well.
Hunt scampers back for the inbound. Pepper curling around the screen. 3-ball misses. Holmes with another rebound.
Nice set, but a chance for the Rams in transition the other way.
Oh, Walter Brown. That's a little rugby pass down to Rene Rougeau, who finishes it off.
Love the run by Rene Rougeau there, setting himself up early in the post. Enabling Walter Brown to give him that pass into the paint for the finish.
Harris liking the look of young Miller Newton on him. Rougeau switches over to him and gets the block. Harris gets the board and earns a foul.
Oh, that's going to be a foul.
Brown will be on their 4th foul.
Hiram Harris, great recognition. He has the young player on the switch. He immediately attacks. Doesn't get the first one because of great defense. But then, what was that foul going to be on?
Rougeau has been called for the foul.
Fortunate for the Rams. Rene Rougeau is
remonstrating. Is Rene,
but he's not as big a loss as it would be if Walter Brown gets it. A lot of concentration on the officials.
Temening Cho just calling the Rams in just to calm them down. I'm not sure it's worked on Rene.
It's easier said than done to corral those horses.
Walter Brown takes a seat. He's got 19 points, 3 assists, and 3 fouls. I'm happy to see he's turned his headband the right way around. It was annoying me earlier.
Well, I'm not. That's the wrong brand. Where's the New Balance?
I was happy with the headband in general. I'm just happy that it's now the right way around.
You don't have the commercial responsibilities that you used to here.
Harris makes the free throw.
Once upon a time, you used to worry about that. Closing the gap, step by step.
Makes them both, does Horeb. (69-52). Hunt and Rougeau get wrapped up, and the foul's going to be called on Jordan Hunt.
I like the physicality off the basketball as Jordan Hunt picks up foul number 3, but you do have to allow for a bit of movement. And the fouls are piling up. A bit more for the Rams than it is the Saints, but both ways, something to think about.
Rougeau spinning. Holmes driving up with his right hand. Rougeau fighting for it and getting the tip in.
Hustle. The hustle is rewarded. Not a great touch, but enough to put it in there.
Davison wants to go Newton in the post. Instead, Hunt shoots the wide open 3 off to the right.
Oh, I thought that was good. He had a lot of time. As Dante Ingram picks up the foul, his third.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of whistle, but they're all valid. It's a physical game. Players getting each other's way out there.
Ingram's going to head to the bench now as decisions will have to be made down the stretch. Sam Gold getting his first run of the Sal's NBL game today.
Home Harris takes the seat also. Here's Cho. Rougeau.
Rene Rougeau rolling to the basket again, just a contact magnet.
I think that's the 4th foul on Jordan Hunt.
That is number 4.
I don't know. Robertson is going to come off the bench.
I mean, this is...
So Aaron Young, in a pretty crucial moment, down 71-52, is having to turn to his youngsters as the frontline players get themselves in foul trouble.
And real opportunity for the Rams here on the glass. They've got the size advantage now. Not a small team for the Saints, but more perimeter oriented than when you have Hiram Harris or Jordan Hunt out there at the 4 spot.
An opportunity for these youngsters then. Davidson and Lee are still out there.
Well, this last 3 minutes of the quarter crucial for the Saints. To have a realistic shot, if I'm the Saints, I want to be down to 14 going into the 4th, 14 or less.
Davidson step back 3, he drains it. Carlin Davison.
That is tough. That is not an easy shot, shows the footwork. I didn't think it was a great shot, but that's a no-no yes. Knock that one down.
Cho to Holmes. Bit of energy in the arena. As the Rams will keep possession from the baseline.
Well, that's 8 seconds left on the shot clock now for the Rams. So they've got plenty of time to set something up, but the revitalized defense of the Saints, can they find another little 3-minute run here to close the quarter?
Withers drops it in to Cho. Looking to go to work on Pepper. Yeah, nice stop from Tamanang Cho, and he finishes.
Well, just no resistance from Elijah Pepper there. Easy left-hand drive to the jump stop. Gets to exactly where he wanted to go.
Lead back to 20. Robertson, the hero of the Rapid League battle earlier, with the fallen away to his left 3-pointer buzzer beater.
Ooh, Pepper
just picked his pocket.
Cookies.
Davidson drops it off to Aaliyah as the air comes out of this attack, but Pepper looks to revitalize it and just waltzes his way to the hoop.
Use that shot fake. Everybody on the Rams is worried about his jump shot. Uses to get to the cup for the finish. Back under 20 again. Can they string stops together?
18 points now for Elijah Pepper. 7 of 17. Jack Andrews strides to the cup and finishes for 2.
Carlin Davis just leaves the basketball. Worried about the handoff, needs to be worried about the ball. Opens that front gate wide open for the Andrew finish.
Hits another 3 though, does Carlin.
That's the way to make up for it. Shot making is key. Carlin Davison's got his eye in today. 3 for 5 from beyond the arc, up to 14 points now. Elijah Pepper is all over the handle attempting Cho. Forced to steal last time. That time gets a hand to it. It's going to be on the backside of half court once again.
Well, that's setting a good example, isn't it, for your team? Look at the hustle, gets the tap, and then
just staying active. Staying active, giving it a go.
Sprite and Coke everywhere on the score table there.
I'm glad that's where we would be if we were in stadium. That would be all over our laptops.
That's an unnecessary admin for those volunteers.
Well, I don't think you're supposed to have the open sodas there. This isn't a box. You guys are at work.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a look of anguish on that young lady's face as well. Oh, God.
I don't know. Just joking about the sodas. I'm sure hydration is allowed. But can we get a bottle top? At least no equipment was faded. Or was it?
Doesn't look like it, but I'm currently unsure on how important that table is to this game. It looks like it. Brad Clive is still waiting for the game to get underway.
Well, that's I believe that's the score bench. So that's where the numbers go up and in.
And the fouls. Yeah, cool.
So,
yep.
That's where those stats are happening. So getting closer. Is it just about dry there? Hiram Harris and Jordan Hunt very concerned about the spilled soda.
Nick Bewley not sitting too far away, but yet to get on his feet and get a mop in hand. Back underway. 17-point lead for the Rams. Kate pinballs around and it's picked up by Davison. There's Pepper burrowing his way in but loses the handle. Kate dives on it like a live grenade. Ingram comes up with it. Kate might have caught one in the back of the head there. Let's play on. Robertson into a lead. Almost blocked by the hoop, but somehow gets it up and over.
I think he got his finger maybe a little caught in the net there on that catch. Beautiful setup by Robertson and nice finish by Ketchalier. 15, exactly where the Saints need to be going into the fourth if they can get a stop here.
Brown fires it over to Jake Holmes. Here's Rougeau. 5 on the shot clock for Rougeau. Looks to drop it into Jack. Back to Rougeau. I'm not sure it was drawn up that way, but Rougeau with the follow.
His hustle has been immense. He's up to 10 points now. He's got 6 rebounds, but just has been in the right place at the right time, bringing a lot of physicality and a little bit of foul trouble. But exactly what they needed as the Saints hold it for the last shot of the quarter.
And that shot is probably going to be taken by Pepper. No, it's not. He hands it over to Davison. Drives and slams it home on the buzzer. Carlin Davison with an explosive end to this third quarter. Well, they've worked their way back into the lead slightly. 10 minutes to go, and they still trail 79-64. Fourth quarter to come. We'll take our breath and we're back after the break.
Last quarter, Wellington.
explosive end to the third quarter, courtesy of Carlin Davison, right on the buzzer.
So nice showing to us twice. Oh, good aerial acrobatic evasion by Jack Andrew. Didn't avoid the poster, though.
And we'll go to Aaron Young, an exclamation point on the end of that third quarter. Coach, trimmed into the deficit by 10. What's the key for this fourth quarter?
Hey.
Can you hear me, Coach?
Coach Aaron Young, can you hear us?
I got you. Hey, yeah, we just got to chip away. We got to make winning plays. We're not gonna do it in one home run play. We just got to be solid.
On the glass today, the Rams have a distinct advantage. They've got you 36-24 overall. What's the key on the rebounds to make that a little bit more even, win the possession game here in the fourth to give yourself a chance?
Just turn and hit. We just, late to that, and that's where they've killed us.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
I don't think you liked your question, Hugh.
There was a lot of silence in there.
Got there in the end. Appreciate the time, as always, from the coaches as Ingram puts up the prayer that is unanswered.
The shot clock was expiring. Good defensive set for the Canterbury Rams.
There's about 3 minutes of time for the Saints to make a push here early to give themselves a realistic shot at going. You don't have to get it down to 5 in the next 3 minutes, but you need to start looking at these 3-minute chunks as places we need to make up 4 to 5 points each way. Can you do it? So right now I see myself down 17 if I'm the Saints. In 6 minutes, I want to be down 12 or 10. And that's the goal, that's the chunk you're trying to do. Every minute or two, making up a bucket or two.
10 one-minute battles as Walter Brown puts up a 3, too strong. Todd Withers, right place, right time for the rebound. Fires it back to Jake Holmes. 10 on the shot clock for the Rams. Andrew sets the screen. Brown puts up the 3, that's off to the left. Davison flies high for the rebound. I'm going to go coast to coast as he Carlin Davison puts the brakes on.
Oh, good D hustle by there. Walter Brown. Carlin Davison recognized Hiram Harris underneath, but just saw it a wee bit late. Walter Brown gets unconnected and gets a hand up. Nice vision there, because you see he's on the ball and there he realizes, who am I hunting for? Who am I hunting for? There. Take away what would have been a sure bucket. Nice weak side read by Walter Brown, who heads to the bench.
Jordan Hunt over to Pepper. Pepper says, get out of here. I'm going to go to work on Jake Holmes. Skips into the lane and finishes with his left hand.
That's tough. He just has a knack for getting through that little bit of space on the defender. They're so concerned with his jump shot that he has that ability to put it on the rim and keep attacking. Up to 20 points now for the leading scorer in the league.
25-point deficit. 15-point deficit, I should say. Here's the
jumped up there quick. Feels like 25 at times, but it's not that far. The Saints are closer than it feels.
Cho. Oh, he's drained it, but it wouldn't be the offense that Quinn Clinton was looking for, but it works for Tamarang Cho.
But he's a shot maker. He likes that, take his time, just create a little bit of space, and he gets to his spot around 17. He's very comfortable from there.
Davidson steps back into a 3. That one off.
And just once again, the ball just not getting through hands.
Holmes pushing the pace, drops it off to Ihaki Kate. And we have an early timeout in this fourth quarter from Aaron Young.
Well, I don't think this timeout's going to be super fun for the Saints. Once again, we see coming out the Rams come out and get it done.
Once we start doing that, we'll get fucking stops. Once we start making our hits and not giving up second chance points, that's when we'll get in the game. Those are the two things we can control right now. We're not getting any of that shit done. Play slice, into down. See it to 1. Test it, pitch, get it to the third side, down, pins, either one. Come on, fellas. We're a step off. And that's how they're hanging around. We can't get that much closer because they just keep on fucking making stops. Let's go.
Well, apologies for some fruitful language in the Wellington Saints huddle. Casey, you've been in this position a time in your career, I'm sure. What is it like when you're getting absolutely blown by the coach and you're just like, we're trying to do stuff and it's not working?
What you feel it yourself, you know, it's a lot like being a naughty kid. You understand what you did wrong, but it's just getting pointed out. And it's the fact that it's spotted feels worse than anything else. So they know the answer is, but sometimes, and it's always unfortunate when a coach has to coach effort, has to coach those little things, because that's the player's job. So he's wasting time on that instead of on the X's and O's. And you understand that it is your responsibility, but quite often it can be, just like pushing that boulder up like you're Sisyphus. It feels like you're getting the job done, but every time you get closer, it breaks up and you're starting over at the bottom again.
A block from Rene Rougeau. So the Saints get another opportunity. 6 on the shot clock for Carlton Davison. Dante Ingram, 3 ball, doesn't drop. Cho comes down with the board.
And just a tremendous defensive effort by the Rams today. They're forcing the Saints into the shots they want them to take.
Well, Davison read that behind the back pass, comes away with the steal.
No angle there. He's unselfish play, yes, but sometimes the unselfish play is just to make the bucket.
And there's Ihakikate running the court again and coming away with 2 points.
And it is all Rams. They've got no answers in this little mini run here. 6-0 by the Rams has quite possibly shut the door on the Saints' comeback effort. This time is running out fast.
Harris is going to go to it here on Cho.
There's going to be like 2 or 3 seconds on that thing.
So we have a whistle, and I think that's to do with the clock.
Yeah, that shot clock didn't get started on that one, so they're going to bring that down a wee bit.
But you know why? It's because there's soda all over the table.
It's sticky. The button's sticky now.
There's stuff getting stuck in there.
They've discussed what the shot clock should get to. I think it's going to be around 14. Bump it down to there. Down to 10. Shot clock on 10.
Cool.
Hiram Harris. You can see the dissatisfaction with the effort in the first half.
Pep around the Hunt screen. Drops it back into Jordan Hunt. He comes away with the 2.
Simple basketball, good pick and roll game. Get down there quick and force some change of direction defensively here by the Rams.
Kate in the corner, high off the backboard. Pep with the rebound, looking for the go-ahead pass to Davison.
It was a half-second late there, recognition by Pepper. When he finally got it, he saw Davison out, and he's grabbing that calf. Is that a cramp, hopefully?
Pepper spinning, stepping, finishing, getting away with it, and getting the jumper to go.
Well, he's trying to draw the foul there, but Holmes avoids it really well. We get a legal screen on Todd Withers as well with the hip screen.
Well, he stuck the old caboose out there. 3rd foul on Todd.
That's 4 out of 5 players on the Rams court right now. Well, he heads off now, but 4 out of 5 had 3 fouls. For the Saints, 4 for Jordan Hunt, 3 for Harris, 3 for Ingram.
Gold into the game for the Saints. Andrew into the game for the Rams. Ingram over to Pepper. Pepper going to work on Brown. Brown doing a great job to stay in front of him. Rougeau takes over. LOH in the free throw line. Elijah Pepper.
Well, sprinkling that pepper all over the court. As Walter Brown and Hiram Harris get tied up. Is that going to be a delay of game or just a bit of accidental? Because normally that's a delay of game. Beautiful shot here. You see him just get tied up.
Oh, the fake
Oh,
with
the
the ball.
push. Oh, Walter Brown, but Walter Brown pushing through. And Hiram Harris says, not quite.
Holmes gets this taken away from Dante Ingram. Can't finish.
Go up through that contact, get the whistle. Went for the fancy and came away with the schmancy.
Well, he's so explosive, Dante Ingram. His previous stint in the NBL. Some humongous highlight plays. Pass into Andrews, a good one. Good hands from Jack Andrew.
Just fundamental basketball. High-low, pass it high, catch it high, keep it high, finish high.
Pepper getting the circus finish. He'll go to the line for 1 more.
Oh, my Lord, the pirouette ×2. Gets the spin move here and somehow goes with the reverse layup. The right hand finds the angle. Bill Shakespeare couldn't do English like that. And a chance for you at home to get involved with the Hoops in Schools program. Find out if a school near you is eligible. All thanks to Chemist Warehouse and Basketball New Zealand. Put in Hoops in Schools all across Aotearoa. We need more hoops so all the kids can play. Schools are a perfect place for it. If you think a school near you might be eligible, check that QR code. Find out if you can't get in to win a hoop at a school near you, thanks to the Chemist Warehouse and Basketball New Zealand.
Let her shoot free throws. Hoops in Schools.
That is the future generations.
Hoops and kindies, are we there yet?
Go, dog, sit up, dog. Why is that dog is not listening? Elijah Pepper.
Looking to add to his 26 points. He's got 5 rebounds, 8 assists.
Cuts it to 14. A lot of time left. This pressure up the court is causing some issues for the Rams. And the Rams now losing that aggressiveness. That's a shot Walter Brown would have taken early, but they want to stretch it out now. They want more time to come off.
Joe Harris met him right up there. The ball goes out of bounds off Hiram Harris, but what a block.
Wow, well timed by Hiram Harris at the rim. Temening Cho, I thought, was going to get the highlight instead. I'll meet you at the top floor. Temening Cho can't get it off. Hiram Harris, fantastic effort defensively on that play. 9 seconds left on the shot clock.
Here's Cho. Oh, there's a foul there from Alir.
And he's just disappointed with himself.
Afternoon over, and that'll be why. 5 fouls for Akich Alir. Jordan Hunt comes into the game.
13 points, 3 rebounds, 1 block for Alir.
And he's walked off into the ends of TSB Arena.
A lot of space over there, though. It's normally where the Mills are hanging out and working. Never a good feeling to foul out. Well, it depends on the foul, really, maybe. Some of those feel pretty good.
That's going to be a backcourt violation, I think, or out of bounds, as it eventually is. So
no, they just said, official Sam Pan said it was the Rams ball, but it looks like Brad Davidson thinks it's the Saints. If it wasn't touched, it should go back here. And if the only way it wasn't touched,
Breck Live and Sam Pan going to talk it over.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a jump ball. Well, I don't think either one saw it quite cleanly. I don't know if we had an angle. No, they decide not jump ball, Saints ball. And so we go back to where the ball was inbounded because no one touched it. And also shorted.
Just over 4 minutes, 14 points. One man's going to claw the Saints back into this game. It's this man, Elijah Pepper, 3-ball falling away. Yeah. Big rebound from Jack Andrew.
I just think he'd let the ball do a little bit more offensively. Just tossing the ball to Pepper and asking him to go to work is not how you come back from a deficit this size. You need energy. You need that ball to find that energy.
Cho. Sizing up Jordan Hunt, going to work. Going to work efficiently.
Just shifty and sneaky. Looks like Jordan Hunt's got him covered, but Cho has that ability to extend and just find a little bit more space. As Withers forces another turnover. Gonna get a jump ball. Stays with the Saints.
Saints possession. It's Withers recovers himself.
I'm trying to figure out who hit him. Who was that? Was that you? My answer to that was always yes. I'll take credit.
Pepper, like you say, potentially just over-dribbling and loses, spins without the ball that time.
Shifty.
It's Jordan Hunt who knocked Todd over. We have a timeout here.
Well, 16 points the difference. 3 minutes here. If you can get 2 stops at a time, 2 buckets, it's possible. But once again, the Rams, clinical defensively, they are making things so tough for the Saints in the half court. Some stellar performances from multiple.
Both coaches talking it over. Pretty comfortable night for Quinn Clinton.
Coaches
but you never know with the Wellington Saints as well.
Yeah, your coaches are never comfortable. You could be, until that final whistle is done. 15 points, 3.5 minutes, you can come back from that. It's not all that big of a comeback, especially the way we've seen some sloppiness from the Rams bringing the ball up. This press has certainly impacted them when the Saints have been able to set it. If you can get a bucket here, and Aaron Young is putting some work in the vocals. He is trying to express to them the importance of what he's trying to talk about.
Let's go down to Nick Bewley, who was listening into the Canterbury Rams.
Yeah, cheers, Hugh. Listening into Coach Quinn Clinton there, and it was a bit of the proverbial duck. I wonder whether he is all calm above water, but the feet are going rapidly underneath. He's a very poised individual, though, in these sort of pressurised situations. Yes, his team are up 16, but he's just reminding his team, we're in the position we want to be in. Yes, we're on the road. Yes, we didn't get that call there on Todd Withers, but let's just keep calm, stick to the basics, and look there, force a turnover.
Unfortunate lack of execution there by the Saints. Had the look for Ingram pulling out, but pass wasn't delivered cleanly, so another turnover for the Saints. They're 13th in the ball game. 21 turnovers for the Rams. They've been able to avoid the impact of those turnovers for the most part. Walter Brown can't find the range, but Rene Rougeau, Mr. Tip, just a tip, 10 points. 12 points for him now, sorry.
Davison sees Harris wide open, and Harris converts dutifully. Under 3 minutes to go, 93-77.
And now for the Rams, it's all about stretching that shot clock out. 24 seconds every possession. That's my mandate if I'm Coach Quinn Clinton. We work it down. We just rinse every single second out of the clock that we can. Beautiful dive.
Beautiful no-look pass to the Twizel kid who fouled and will go to the line to shoot 2.
Temending Cho, not a natural point guard, but shows some natural point guard skills there with a no-look. Freezes the defense, bang! No-looker. There's the foul by Harris. He gets his hand in, picks up his 4th personal foul of the game.
This is the first, is Jack.
Now the Saints go small. Jordan Hunt to the bench. A quicker lineup. Will be quick enough.
Davison brings it up over half court. Pepper in the corner. There's Hiram Harris. Crosses over. Flicks the switch as he often does. Wants a foul, doesn't get it. Gets 2 points though.
Wow, it was a great trap opportunity there. Just Saints didn't quite push play on it.
Cho calls to the screen. Oh, a string for Temending Cho. Finish it off. Not this time, out of bounds he goes, and it will be Saints possession.
Hiram Harris convinced them. I'm pretty sure that went off Hiram Harris's hand. But if you point fast, sometimes you can fool the refs. Well, 15 points of difference, under 2 minutes now. And the Saints not showing a ton of urgency.
It'll be their first loss on their home court in 2026. An absolute fortress of an arena on the Wellington Wharf. Beautiful part of the city. And a great stadium in front of Ingram. Drains a contested 3.
Cuts it to 12. Ever closer. Rams just need to be patient. Soak up that shot clock.
Rougeau going to work on young Sam Gold. Davison with the rebound. Pepper for 3. Rattles around, doesn't drop in. Almost halfway in before it came back out.
It feels like that kind of day for the Saints. Jack Andrew. heading back to the Chemist Warehouse stripe, trying to reach double figures. He's got 9.7 rebounds. Another efficient day for him. Will be the 5th starter to reach double figures today for the Rams if he is able to hit 1 or 2.
This will be a 3rd win on the trot for Quinn Clinton's men, and we'll just put a little bit of daylight, Casey, between them and the Saints. On the ladder, a slither of daylight. They've played an extra game. Well, they have 2 extra wins.
Yeah, this would be that 5th loss for the Saints. Going to be very difficult to catch the Tuatara or Sharks. Sharks with just 2 games left would have to lose both, so that may say goodbye to the top 2 chances for the Saints. And technically keeps the door open for the Otago Nuggets to try and reach the top 4. 13 is the magic number right now for the top 4. You reach 13, you're guaranteed this spot there. Let's see. The Saints have something here. Down 14, under a minute to go.
$50 seconds to go. Points difference key. Ingram is going to elevate. He's going to take some contact. He's going to finish. Dante Ingram.
Oh, nice backdoor cut. Good movement on the give and the go. And Jack Andrew, the one thing you don't want to do right now is foul. Just give him that layup, go the other direction.
Dante Ingram coming to life late in this one, Casey.
He's done that quite a few times for the Saints this season. You know, he kind of lets the offense come to him and doesn't really impose his will on the game. Times that has been detrimental to the Saints offense. As you can see, he's got a talented knack for finding the bucket, and that's his focus. And he's a lot of weapons on the Saints team. And without that true point guard to direct the traffic, you can find some of your tools being lost.
They'll be hoping Jose Mariuhu will be back sooner rather than later. The playoffs looming. There he is.
Almost gets the steal. Never know, get a turnover, quick 3.
2 wins now ahead of the Wellington Saints as they look to keep them out of the top 2 race. They still trail the Tuatara and the Sharks, and the fight for that top 6 is on down here with the Jets, the Airs, the Giants all playing each other this week.
Actually, looking at the stats, the Saints still have locked down their top 4 spots, so they are safe there. Tough for them to move up. Looks like that top 4 is reasonably set unless the Rams can chase and catch the Sharks or the Tuatara. Taking a look at the results for the week. Rams get the first of the 2. Nuggets get the first of their Auckland double. Can they get number 2 later today? The Saints with the big win, and the Jets holding off the Hawks. The Sharks protecting the home court once again, putting the Giants' finals hope on live support. The win here. Tuatara next from Auckland, and tomorrow, Monday Hoops. Don't forget to turn in.
A big game for both the Jets and the Giants, who are looking to make it into the top 6. So it's the Rams who come away with the win, a big one, 98-88 on the road in Wellington. And now I head back to Otatahi. Pretty happy from myself, Hugh Bainan, and Casey Frank, and all of us at Sky. We'll do it all again next time in the NZNBL.